Where the hell is Khamzat running to? Why is Khamzat running? Where the hell is he going? Who is he running from?
This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, MMA-Holes, MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Aunt and Uncle Studios of Arizona, Khamzat Chimaev running from his life from Luke Rockhold. Game gone versus Volkov Fight Week. PFL, a bunch of news with the MMA. Yeah. Yes, all right. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
What's up, friends? How you doing? Hopefully you're wonderful. Khamzat Chimaev was running around over there. I don't know where the hell he was going, but he was running from someone, right? Well, he was running from Luke Rockhold. That's who he was running from. Luke Rockhold said it was a done deal. They were going to fight. And Khamzat said, no SMESH. Smeshing nobody. I thought this guy don't run. I thought Khamzat Chimaev will fight anybody. I'm going to smash anybody. Words out of Khamzat Chimaev's mouth. But then Luke Rockhold comes into the picture and he's like,
No!
he says, no, I don't want that fight. Now, I could understand how Khamzat wouldn't want that fight because it's dangerous. Former champion at the 185 weight class. Khamzat says he can fight at 185. He fought a Mearshart at 185. But Luke Rockhold's a whole different animal here. But this is a Luke Rockhold that's been knocked out a gazillion times, right? This is a Luke Rockhold that's had a long layoff. Why wouldn't Khamzat take this fight? Even if you lose at 185, you still could go back down to 170 and play over there. You don't really lose street cred. But the problem is Khamzat has an unblemished record. Khamzat had a path before he fell out of the UFC universe. Khamzat had a path where he looked unbeatable, unstoppable. But why is that? It's because look at his opponents. And to take a fight against Luke Rockhold wouldn't be a very good idea, right? If you're in the Khamzat camp, you would advise him to steer clear from that and fight guys that you're supposed to beat. The weird thing is Leon Edwards was the guy he was supposed to fight before this one. Leon Edwards is a welterweight, but Khamzat had no problem fighting Leon, a top-tier welterweight. But when it comes to 185, it sounds like he wants guys that he can definitely beat. Pad up his record a little bit, and then talk about perhaps going for a belt, right? But he's focusing on 170, Khamzat. That's where he says he wants to be. And the problem with this, even though I understand why he turned down Luke Rockhold. The problem is, how do you go around saying you'll smash everybody, you'll beat everybody, you're not afraid of anybody? How do you do that and say that? I'll take fights on short notice and yada, yada, yada. And you're just kind of just falling out of fights and declining fights against a guy that's been knocked out multiple times and a guy that a lot of people say his best days are behind him. It just doesn't look good for who people call rat lip. It's just not a good look. Khamzat needs to get in there in that cage as soon as possible, in my opinion. He needs to get in there. Just throw an opponent at him, someone that he'll smash, get the win, and then move from there. Because until this guy fights, it's just going to be people going out there and saying, man, you know what, go away. People are going to be leaping off this Khamzat train. The 9-0 dominating Khamzat Chimaev. The neckbeard that's supposed to take over ever since Khabib Nurmagomedov has passed into retirement. Khamzat Chimaev beating Gerald Mearshart, like we said. Rise McKee.
Who the fuck is that guy?
John Phillips.
Who the fuck is that guy?
And that's his UFC career up to this point. They were going to give him a fast pass to a belt. And if you beat a Luke Rockhold, let's be honest, a former champion in Luke Rockhold, the guy that's been knocked out a bunch of times, well, he might even have a fast pass to 185 title status, to an Ciryl Gane. But if you're turning down Luke Rockhold, do you want to fight Izzy? Do you want to fight the top tier guys at middleweight? No, you don't. He don't believe in himself at 185. Too big, too strong. A guy that was going to smash everybody. So now he's going to concentrate on welterweight, where he should be. Welterweight is the weight class where Khamzat should thrive. If he has no problem making the weight, he'd be pretty big over there. He's got the ground attack. He's got the striking attack. He could be a tough opponent for many fighters in welterweight. Could be a problem. So the question is, what's next? We know who you don't want to fight. Khamzat Chimaev, who do you want to fight? That is the question. Now, before we jump into the chat, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors over here. We got MysticRootsCBD.com. 20% off, promo code MMA-HOLES. We got a little head rush over here, 20% off. You click the link in the description. Promo code MMA-HOLES. Be working with them soon with XMMA. Very excited about that. When we get more details, we'll let you know, but very much looking forward to working with those guys again. Head rush is fantastic, and get your gear, man. Nice clothing over here, and get 20% off. Only for MMA-Holes. You got Ballsy over here, bullwash.com. There's a link in the description for that as well. Same thing. Promo code MMA-HOLES for 15% off your bathing needs. Lux Bidet, 10% off. There's a link in the description. Someone said that they were having a problem with the link for Lux Bidet. We keep updating it. So the link for this month, the 10% off, is in the description for this video. So clean your butt. Clean your bum bum. Let me know in the chat, Khamzat Chimaev, what is next for this guy? I mean, are we going to see this guy fight? Guy was saying he was retiring. Retire. Guy's turning down fights. Guy hasn't fought since. Let's see, September of 2020. Now, I mean, listen, it's not an eternity. Guys take a year off. Happens all the time. But it feels like an eternity. It feels like we haven't seen this guy forever. Guy that was competing every other week. Feels like we haven't seen him forever. Rockhold actually matches up good with Chimaev. Yeah, and that's what I said too. Listen, as much as I'm horsing around about the whole situation, the only reason why I could throw some shade is because the guy says he's going to smash everybody. But yes, Rockhold is a tough matchup. A big, strong middleweight. A guy that has rested up that chin, healed up that chin very nicely. A former champ in Strikeforce and in the UFC. Ever since the Bisping fight, it hasn't been all peaches and roses for the man. But the guy still is pretty damn good. He looks like he's in great shape. Guy's got power. On the ground, he's very difficult, tricky. He's a very good striker as well. So yeah, that's probably not a good matchup for Khamzat. And the whole chin thing too, by the way, I don't really buy into the whole chin thing. Everyone was ripping Cody Garbrandt for not having a chin. His chin looked pretty damn good in his last fight. I think rest, no matter what, I think guys that have a nice long break, guys that rest up, heal their body, take care of themselves, I feel their chin can still hold up. I don't think like once your chin is tapped, that's it, it's over. A couple of knockouts, that's it, it's over. No, it's how well they're taking care of their bodies, in my opinion. Anthony Jones states, John Jones failed all drug tests. Oh, you mean Anthony Smith? Yeah, we'll talk about that. By the way, Matty C, you got a lot of shade in the comment section in the last video. What is that? You've become the villain. Nicole came back. I saw in the Discord, she said she had a procedure done or what. I'm not sure what it was, but I hope you feel better. I've been watching Rockhold in Strikeforce. He's really good. Just has no chin now. See, like I said, this no chin thing, man. He had a long break. Healed up his body. Got his mind right. He got clipped. You know, let me just show you guys here. Okay. He got knocked out by Jan Blachowicz, who's the champion, and fucking Yoel Romero. David Branch got some pretty heavy hands. Didn't knock him out. The Michael Bisping one, I got to be honest with you. As much as I loved that fight, as much as I loved how the underdog One-Eye Bisping gets the job done and knocks out Luke Rockhold, perfectly placed punched, and that was it. But, I mean, look, Yoel Romero, who I think Rockhold was winning that fight. And, I mean, Jan Blachowicz, Jesus, the guy's got power in his hands as well, too. He just happens to be the champion. All of a sudden, his chin's gone. Yes, that's 3 knockouts in a row, but 2 of those knockouts were Romero and Blachowicz. Let's pump the brakes. Pump the brakes, man. Now, I'm not saying that he can't get knocked out by Chimaev. It's very possible. Chimaev clearly has some strength in his punches as well. But still, this no chin narrative, I think it's a little casual. Just going to put it out there. I think it is. I think it's a little bit of horseshit. I don't think you get knocked out a couple times, boom, it's over. Everyone just jumps on the train of no chin, glass jaw. I mean, look who fucking knocked him out, man. Pretty sure that those 2 guys, Blachowicz and Yoel Romero, could knock out this whole chat at the same time. Like, if we all stand in a row, they would hit the first person in the row and everyone else would get knocked out. That's how powerful those guys are. Luke almost failed USADA after Yoel kissed him.
Wonderful, wonderful.
What if Glover beats Jan? Does that damage the hold on. You're trying to say legitimacy over there? Legitimacy of 205. Listen, the underdog in Glover Teixeira. I've said it before. I made the prediction that he's going to fight for the belt again, and here he is fighting for the belt again. I predict that Glover Teixeira is going to shock the fucking world. Mr. 40 years old, Glover Teixeira from Connecticut, is going to take out Jan Blachowicz and take his belt. And you're going to come back to the stream. You're going to be like, what? How the fuck did you call that one? I see these things. That's right, CC. CC knows what's up. I've done it before. I've done it again. I did it with Kamaru Usman. A lot of people would doubt me on that. I mean, a lot of fucking people said there was no chance that Kamaru Usman was going to surge from the Ultimate Fighter and win a title. They were like, you guys are crazy. This guy sucks. 30%, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, watch what happens. Now I'm going really far into the underdog bag of tricks over here and saying Glover's going to get it done. And it's a stretch. But I'm going for it, man. I'm going for it. Because I touched them. We touched each other. And once I touch one of these fighters, guaranteed lock win. Nate won't fight for another year or 2. He just cashed out. Yeah, it's possible he might take a break. This whole thing with Nate Diaz, by the way, and we got a bunch of news to get to. Got a 2-hour show tonight. JBM was here in the beginning. The baby started fussing, so we'll get her back on stream. But Nate Diaz and Kamaru Usman, if the UFC decides to play the game of coming off a loss, fighting for a belt here, just because it would be a big deal, this might be the one where they go a little too far. So please, for the love of God, UFC, don't do that. Don't do Nate Kamaru. Just give Colby the rematch, please. Hit the like. 180 watching. Yes, hit that like button. We're looking to get to 200 likes tonight, and I feel we could do it tonight on a big night, Wednesday night, TGIW. Tomorrow night, PFL will be on. I think we're going to try to do the main card for that, or maybe we'll come on a little earlier, so hit the notification bell. Friday night, we have, I think Bellator is on, and bare knuckle. I'm going to pay more attention to bare knuckle. I'm not too thrilled with the Bellator card, to be honest with you. So I'm going to pay attention to bare knuckle. I heard from a little birdie, that felony Charles Bennett. What the hell is that? Would she shit all over herself? Wow. You put it, show it on the stream. They'll love that. You guys want to see a blown out? Oh, my baby just, she had quite the deuce. Just throw her over the bidet. That was really gross. The whole white outfit turned brown. I will unfollow UFC if Nate gets buried by Usman. Yeah, I mean, that just shouldn't happen, right? Real question is, what is wrong with the Bolts? Oh, shit. Tampa Bay playing the Islanders. I'll put the score on over here. I'm curious, actually. Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Islanders. Oh, it's 1-0 Tampa Bay. So if Tampa wins tonight, the Islanders are knocked out. I'll keep an eye on that. Islanders choked big time in the last game. But Kayla Harrison, that's right. Kayla Harrison is tomorrow night. So, yeah, we'll be hanging with the boys for that, for sure.
Hanging with the boys.
So if you're just jumping in, we were talking about Khamzat Chimaev. Okay. I made fun of him, as expected, right? Because he ran from Luke Rockhold. He ran from Luke Rockhold. In fact, in the beginning of the show, we saw him running around. I don't know, maybe we'll get a glimpse of Khamzat. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Khamzat Chimaev. He's still running, guys. He's still running. You would think he would have stopped running by now. He doesn't want to fight. You would think he would have stopped running, but no, he's still going. All joking around, though. But joking aside, I should say. It's probably a smart move. Probably a smart move. I do believe if he loses at 185, I truly believe. By the way, that graphic. It's the reason why we were late. Right before we went live. And that's why the intro was a little fucked up. Right before we went live, I looked at Jesse. I'm like, oh, wouldn't it be funny Khamzat running on that street? So I scrambled and threw together the shittiest of graphics. But I think it's funnier if it's shitty. All right, smash that like, guys. We have a card coming up this Saturday as well. So we have Thursday, we got Friday, we got Saturday night fights. So we'll be reacting to a lot of stuff. I was looking around at this UFC card, this fight night on Saturday, Volkov versus Gane. I want to say Gane. I feel like it should be Gane, but apparently it's Gane. Stop with the glass jaw. Stop it. Let Luke fight, return. Let him return and get knocked out again. Then we could all have fun with his glass chin, glass jaw. I just feel like it's like every fighter that gets knocked out a couple times, boom, their jaw's done. Their chin's gone. Like it's the same thing over and over again. If it bothers me, I can only imagine what it does to the fighters. Like maybe that's why fans do that. The whole glass jaw thing, and he's got no chin anymore. I think fans do that to just troll fighters, right? Because do you really believe you get knocked out a couple of times? Like some people, there's a theory that if you get knocked out in a dramatic fashion, your body, like if you get hit in that same spot over there, your body kind of just shuts down as a protection thing. There's a theory about that. I don't know how much I buy into that. I really don't. I just think right place, right time, wrong opponent. Maybe a guy like Yoel Romero or Blachowicz could be a severe problem. Anyway, yeah, so Gane versus Volkov. I was thinking to myself, and I think I'm going to try to make this a reoccurring segment over here. Now, listen, I'm just going to say this right now. I'm very mystical with my picks. I get them all right. Every single pick. Every week, I get every single pick right over here. So I demand you put all your money on my picks. I demand you take a loan out, like all those other pick'em channels out there, and you just bet the fucking house on everything that I say or Jesse says. You know? Just bet the fucking house. No, I urge you, if you gamble, make sure you have that money pushed aside that you can play with. Don't fucking put money in places where you shouldn't. If you have some, hey, I'm going to fuck around with this kind of money type situation going on, then listen to the picks. But I'm trying to think, like parlays, right? Parlays. What would be a good parlay on this card? A lot of people ask us, hit us up in the DMs and say, you know, what are your picks? What would be a good parlay? What do you say? And what do you say? What do you say? See? What are you going with? I'll give you one here. Okay? I'll give you one. Now, I'm not saying this is guaranteed locks right yet, because honestly, I'm not seeing like locks, but I'm seeing some good things on this card. seeing things that I kind of like. And when Manny C called up and he was talking about Andre Fili versus Pineda, I kind of like that fight. Kind of like that matchup. And I kind of think that Andre Fili is going to get the dub here. He's a pretty big favorite, rightfully so. I think he's going to bounce back and get a win. He can weasel out a decision against the guy that looks like Pete Davidson from Saturday Night Live. You know? I don't know if anyone knows who Pete Davidson is, but he had sex with Ariana Grande. So I'm going to go with Andre Fili as one of the picks. There's another guy over here who's very scary. Shavkat. This guy over here, Shavkat. The 13-0 guy. I was watching this guy's highlights, and he's a creepy, scary guy. He's fighting a guy that looks like a younger Vanderlei Silva. He's from Brazil, too. Look at that. But he's like pushing 40. He's coming off a loss over here. I'm thinking this kid could get the win. I'm thinking this guy can get the job done over here. So I like Shavkat as pick number 2. Now we got to pick an underdog. We got to pick an underdog over here. By the way, I was looking at this over St. Preux fight. I like St. Preux a lot, and he is kind of an underdog in this pick. But I'm not going to go with this underdog because St. Preux is weird. He weirds me out. He looked very slow in his last fight. By the way, Tanner Boser was a hyped up guy that I don't think he's really that good. But I'm going to stay away from that one. And I'm going to go with a more risky one over here. I'm going to say Volkov. Volkov is a plus 135 underdog over here. So I'm putting Volkov. I think he's a pretty good pick. Now, Gane is undefeated. A lot of people think Gane could be a champion. He knows how to win fights. He can knock you out. He can hit you with an illegal strike like he did with Dos Santos. He can bore you to death. But I like Volkov as the underdog pick. So that'd be my three fight parlay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, it's your job to place the bets and make millions. And when you do, you slide to my DMs and you thank me profusely. Hey, Kendall, how you doing? Kendall's in the chat. Kendall, ex-MMA. Looks like we could be partying with them again. So hopefully we get you to call in again. That's how we met Kendall the first time. So what do you guys think about those picks? What's a fight on this card over here, the UFC Vegas number 30, that you like, that you think would be a guaranteed lock over here? It's not bad. It's a decent card. It's a fight night, for God's sake, so let's not go crazy. But there's some fights on here that I kind of enjoy. By the way, this Charles Rosa fight versus Justin James, it's pretty good. Yancy Medeiros is opening up the card against Hadzovic. It's just some good scraps. Kind of like it over here. Moicano versus Hebert. Like it. Like it a lot. So let's have some fun on a Saturday night. Let's see what the chat says. What's a pick that stands out to you? Volkov is a veteran, but Gane is very technical and well-rounded. It's a really good fight. It really is a good fight. And hopefully Volkov brings the animal out of Gane, and we don't get a cautious Gane. You know, like I was very disappointed in that last fight. So I'm hoping that Ciryl Gane can do something in a way that makes us excited. You know, both fighters, they bring the heat. I think it's going to be a good one, though. I think Volkov is going to bring the pace. Volkov could play on the ground, too. The dude is fucking tall, man.
Oh,
got a stingray on his back.
Chat.
Kendall with the first donation of the night.
Oh yes. Fight night is always girls' night.
Fight night is ladies' night. Let the clams unite. Thank you, Kendall. Thank you very much. All right. XMMA. I think it's in South Carolina. We were supposed to be there, but this is going to be the last one where we're going to do from here. I want to go to these things. So next one we'll probably be at. Just like I said with Arizona. Listen, I'm going to the gym now. No glass, no masks. We're ready. We're open, baby. We're open. But I do have a baby, which makes things a little tricky. But yeah, XMMA, I'm really looking. It's July 30th. They got a bunch of former UFC fighters on that card. John Dodson, the Ultimate Fighter winner, is on that card. Will Brooks is on that card. So we'll be previewing that as it gets closer. And we lock up that little situation. But it looks like it's pretty good. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good night. So XMMA, for the ones in the chat, if you were around for the first XMMA, where we actually showed the fights on this channel, it looks like we could be doing that shit again. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So let me know what you think, boys and girls. What are your picks over here? We're going to dabble into the news. We got JBM back in the chair over here. And just tell us about what happened over there. What a disaster.
So she had just woken up. So I took her out because she was getting fussy. And she was lying on my lap for a second. And I heard her pooping. And so I was like, okay, I'll let it pass. And I go to pick her up. And I stick my finger in shit on her back. And I'm like, oh, God. So I turn her over.
Yes.
And a brand new dress that I just bought her, completely ruined.
It was a nice dress.
Shit all over her dress.
Can I have a moment of silence for Ellie's dress? And as we have
It's not even salvageable. The dress is ruined.
As we have this moment of silence, I'm going to have a yawning baby. Okay, ready? Okay. Moment of silence.
Look, she's happy now.
Shh. For Ellie's dress.
Okay.
Thank you. Rest in peace, Ellie's dress. All right, let's get this back over here. Okay.
So
anyways, yeah. So we got a bunch of stories to get to. I was talking about Khamzat Chimaev and Luke Rockhold at the beginning of the show. I did say it's probably a smart move not to fight Luke Rockhold, but Khamzat Chimaev saying he'll smash everybody. Jess, everyone can catch those hands.
He's been saying that,
and then he runs. What's that about?
Wonderful.
XMMA is like an hour away from where I live. I'm getting tickets tomorrow. If you want me to call in or something while I'm there, let me know.
Wonderful.
We should get... I wonder if we can get like glove touch, like press credentials or some shit like that.
Yeah, but we would have to apply.
No.
For him.
We'll talk to... That'd be hilarious, right?
Oh, for XMMA?
Yeah.
Oh.
Glove touch, you want to do interviews? Like, imagine him there, like with that mean mug in the beard, neck beard. It'd be funny if Glove Touch didn't say a damn thing, like asked one question.
You want to hire him as an employee?
You know it'd be hilarious.
A media employee?
You know it'd be really funny if Glove Touch asked questions, right? One question and never followed up with a question, just a straight face and stared at the fighter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he does like one of these. He's like one of these, Jess, right? He's like, Glove Touch reporting in from the MMA-Holes. We're at XMMA number 2, and I am excited to speak to so-and-so. And then he goes, tell me what your plans for in this fight.
I want to knock him out.
And then shoves the
Who
microphone.
did that? Someone else did that.
And then shoves the microphone in the fighter's face. What do you think?
That's funny. I saw that somewhere. I can't remember where. It was very old.
That'd be hysterical. Glove
He
touch,
should
you want to
do
do that?
That's funny.
Just a straight face.
Yeah.
Like everyone that he interviews. Or like we can
Ed
have
Bassmaster, yes.
have Glove Touch like walk around the crowd, right? And get a mic. Make sure you bring some just walk around the crowd and just fucking shove the mic right up into their faces.
Ed Bassmaster did that.
Yeah.
I remember watching an episode of him. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
He
Glove
should
Touch
do that.
would do that. That'd be great. I don't know. Let
That's
us know.
funny.
Although he is 16 years old. I think he's mature enough to pull something like that off.
He has to say psh, psh.
No. Psh. We got to have him do something else. That's funny, man. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
I wonder if we can pull something like that off.
Let's sit here and think about it live.
I know.
during
Now
the
my
show.
brain is all right. Anyway. What were we talking?
God.
Oh yeah. So Khamzat Chimaev.
Yeah, he always says he's gonna smash everybody though, and honestly, it doesn't surprise me what's going on now. Like, I feel like he's all bark and no bite, right? And then when that whole COVID thing happened and he was like sick or supposedly sick or whatever, I feel like it's just excuse after excuse, and then I don't know. I feel like certain situations line up on purpose, even though he makes it look like coincidence. It doesn't surprise me.
Okay. So what do you guys think in the chat about Khamzat Chimaev over here? And it was probably a smart move, like I said, avoiding the Luke Rockhold fight. But, what are fans going to start to think about this guy if he doesn't get back in there quickly? And who should he fight at welterweight? Let's look at the rankings over here. I mean, should he fight a ranked guy? He was supposed to fight Leon Edwards. That was who he was supposed to dance with. And Leon Edwards is top-ranked guy, top 5 guy over there. let's look at this ranking over here. And if you're going to give him a guy with a number next to the name, let's figure out who should be the guy Khamzat fights. If I click on the right thing. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Let's see, welterweight. Okay, let's look. So Leon Edwards was the guy who was supposed to fight at number 3, which is it's nuts that he gets a leap like that. Michael Chiesa is paired up with, I know he's got a fight coming up. Who's he paired up with? Luke, right? Is that fight's happening? Chiesa, Luke. So they're out. You got Thompson and Edwards. What about Jorge?
But isn't Jorge, didn't they say that they wanted Jorge to take like a...
Yeah, Jorge's got to get a big money fight. And
Yeah.
Khamzat would beat the...
I don't think Khamzat's a fight for him.
Yeah, I think Khamzat would beat the shit out of Jorge, to be honest.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I think Khamzat would run Jorge over. I think he would hurt Jorge. He would like drag him to the ground and smash. I do.
Okay.
Jorge's a little undersized. You know, it's not like... I mean, he's got power, but I think Khamzat's a little too big for Jorge. Let's see. What about Jeff Neal? Or Joff, Jesse?
Jeff Neal is a good fight for Khamzat.
Joff Neal.
I actually like that fight. But who did Jeff Neal just fight recently?
I don't remember. I can't remember.
He just recently fought.
I just remember calling him Joff. Let's look at Joff. Let's see who was the last fight with Joff? Oh yeah, it was right. It was Magny. It was the Neal versus Neal. That's right. I forgot about that.
So yeah, I don't. Well.
How about Joff?
And he won in that fight. Wait,
no, he lost.
No, Magny lost, or Magny won in that fight.
Yeah, the other Neal.
Yeah, then that. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
With Joff. What about the last fight for Damian Maia?
He
the last
wants
fight ever.
Diaz.
He's not fighting Diaz. So what about Damian Maia's
know.
final fight? Khamzat Chimaev. What about that?
How do you know he's not fighting Diaz?
He's not fighting Diaz.
We
That's
don't know
stupid.
that.
That's dumb. You don't put Nate Diaz against Damian Maia. You just don't do that.
All
It's
right.
like a waste of a Nate Diaz fight. You know?
Okay, so then I guess that makes sense. I guess.
Would you rather Joff or Damian?
But is that really a retirement fight for him?
Super chat.
Izzy.
After Usman beats Colby, feed him to Khamzat.
Usman, well, I mean, Jesus. You're just throwing him in the title shot? Thank you, Izzy. I think it's a little quick. He turns down Luke Rockhold and give him a title shot against Usman. Or, I don't know, man. I don't know about that one.
Khamzat Chimaev ducks the Samurai Rockhold, says Dolan Nalid.
Okay.
Khamzat Nick says Jacob Wanamaker. Dana White did say Nick is coming back in the fall.
Nick is going to boxing, by the way. That's
No,
where he's
Nick
going.
has a fight coming up in the fall.
Yeah, it's called boxing.
No, UFC.
UFC.
Yeah, I have an article on it.
Wait, I thought his next fight was going to be boxing.
Yeah, I have an article.
Wait, fall?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Yeah, it's
his
boxing.
coach said that.
Yeah, it's not in the cage.
Here, I'll pull it up.
It's boxing. Even I bet the article even says boxing.
No, it's UFC.
It's not.
It is. I think it was on our news from Monday. Hold on, let me go back.
Boxing. There was all over the Twitters and everything saying that Nick Diaz is coming back, but there's a catch and it's boxing.
No. Talk to them while I pull it up. I gotta go back to the Monday news.
The Monday news?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was on the Monday news.
Oh no, let's talk about the news tonight though.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the news on Monday.
It's old news, man.
It's not old news if it's Nick Diaz.
Oh, fuck Nick Diaz. Who gives a shit? Like, honestly, the reason why I'm saying who gives a shit is we got so many more things to talk about. Like Nick Diaz, there's nothing locked up. So
it's not on there.
So speculation of Nick Diaz is it's kind of a waste of time. But let's get to the bottom of this. I don't know why you sidetracked us here. Who the fuck is Khamzat fighting?
I just said Jeff Neal would be a good fight.
So that's the guy. So you're going all in Jeff Neal.
Yeah, why not?
What about Mike Perry?
No, I don't like that.
Mike Perry, I think, has like one fight left on his contract.
I think that's ridiculous.
Why not you feed Perry to Khamzat?
Mike Perry has not been on a great role lately.
That's why you do it.
It's so silly.
No, that's why you do it.
So let his last fight be a loss?
Yes.
Why would you do that?
Because they want to get a win for Khamzat. That's why. Mike Perry is being thrown to the wolves. The guy's best days are way behind him, right? Mike Perry is just destined for bare-knuckle boxing. That's what Perry's destined for. So why not you just feed him as a steak to Khamzat? You know it's going to be fun to watch. You just feed him as a sacrificial lamb to the rat lip.
Luke Rockhold, tell Khamzat Rockhold or no fight, says Anthony Hallberg. Philip says Schmo is cringe in half. A-R-E? What? Will Mike Perry be cut? Says Funk. I think that he's just gonna stop, honestly. I think he's starting to realize, I don't know. Mike Perry does strike me as the type of person who might just keep going, you know? Like,
he's got like one fight left on his contract. He's already talked
But he
about.
might just keep fighting.
Yeah, he will fight, but not in the UFC.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Perry makes the most sense.
What up, holes?
Hey, Chubbs, how you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful.
What up, Chubbs?
Think about it. Think about this. He turned down Luke Rockhold. He doesn't want to fight at welterweight, right? He was supposed to fight Leon Edwards. That's not happening. A lot of these top guys are all tied up. You put him against a Jeff Neal. He's somewhat dangerous. I would have to think Khamzat beats Jeff Neal, but I would say Mike Perry would be more juice, especially if it's Perry's last fight. Let him go out with a bang.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you put him in. You have a complete clusterfuck of a fight between the two, and then Perry comes off that, goes to his bare knuckle wherever the hell he's going. Because he's not going to re-sign with the UFC. I can't see it. The UFC has kept him around as long as they possibly could. Mm-hmm. They've exhausted Mike Perry.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Mike Perry is a draw though, and I think the UFC knows that because he is a fan favorite. You know. So what if they give him like a fight by fight contract instead of signing him for like this many fights? What if they do fight by fight?
What's the value though? I mean, like, yeah, people like to watch him fight.
The sale. He's a fan favorite. People will pay. It's like Nate Diaz. You know, people will pay because they just like him.
But Mike Perry's going to want to get paid, right? He's going to want to get paid. You think UFC's going to still give him top dollar?
No, I don't think they're going to give him top dollar, but I think they're going to keep him around for sure.
Yeah, they're going to try.
And Mike Perry has a son now, so he's going to want to do anything to make money.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're Mike Perry, you're going to take the less money from the UFC.
Do you think he would get less money than 100%. Bellator would give him?
Not Bellator. Bare knuckle.
But if he goes to bare knuckle, then his career is significantly shortened.
He would make more money leaving the UFC because the UFC is not going to pay him top dollar. It's not going to happen. And by the way, speaking of UFC pay, I had the fucking nauseating conversation again. Shout out to PPV Dizzle or whatever the hell his name is. I don't know. But
the Diz.
This conversation about UFC pay, I get it so much. And I drop the facts there of why these fighters make what they make. And essentially, UFC fighters are making more than boxers, right? That's the whole conversation. Unless you are the top 5% of boxers. Now, if you're the Canelo Alvarez's, you're the Tyson Furies, you're the Wilder and the Joshuas, if you're those guys, you're getting paid obscene money. But if you're the other guys, you're not. And if you're guys coming in off the couch or whatever, fighting on the undercard, you're not making what the undercard UFC fighters are making. It's just a fact, right? A lot of people out there are going crazy about this, you know. And I have a feeling that most of these people that are saying that fighters got to get paid more from the UFC don't run a business.
Yeah.
They work for a business, you know, and just think money grows everywhere. Like it just blossoms out of nothing and everyone needs to get paid. I agree. Fighters need to get paid. So do cops and firemen. They all need to get paid too, right? I don't want to get into that whole conversation. But when it comes to like a guy like Mike Perry, he will headline some other smaller promotion to make more money.
Now, here's the thing. If Mike Perry gets paid a little bit more money at BKFC, but his career is shortened, right? Then because of the damage that you take at BKFC, then is he really making more money? Whereas if he does like a fight-by-fight contract, or even if he goes to Bellator, he has a longer time being able to fight, so he can make more money, even if he's not making as much in one paycheck. Does that make sense?
Mike Perry in the UFC has no place. Like he is significant. His power in his hands is not even there anymore. He says that when he hits people, he doesn't even know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
You know, his face, it looks completely different from his nose being inverted, like inside out, caved into his face from the UFC. You know what I'm saying? So this man he's taken a lot of punishment in the UFC over here. So if he goes to another organization to make more money, so be it, wherever the money, money talks. I have a feeling, and Mike Perry's from Florida, right? He lives in Florida, and he trains in Florida now. So a lot of these promotions do fight. Don't
you think though, with him like being a new dad and stuff, like maybe he's just gonna bounce and find some other endeavor to make money?
Well, eventually you're gonna have to stop fighting. Eventually your body's just not gonna hold up anymore. It's true. But look at Felony. Fucking Felony, he'll take L's left to right, and he just keeps getting back on the horse.
Felony doesn't have a newborn.
He has a lot of borns. He has many borns.
But I think it's a little different.
He's got stoner, man. No, if Mike Perry will fight until his body doesn't let him fight anymore, and maybe he doesn't. I don't know how many he's got left, to be honest, because it doesn't seem like he has that fire anymore, Perry. You know, so but
I think he has the fire, but I think he's realizing, that he's kind of hit a slippery slope.
Why would you stay in the UFC if you could make more money in another place? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. If it's BKFC, his career's not going to last very long.
Why?
Because of the damage.
BKFC, You go there, you get a bunch of cuts, you get stitched up, you're fine. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, what about your knuckles?
And your knuckles break up and whatever.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. Your
So
body
you're not
breaks
really
down regardless.
making much more money.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He is going to, if he stays in the, I don't understand your argument. Because if he stays in the UFC.
I'm just asking if you really think he would be making more there.
Yes.
I don't know if he would be making more.
I think more options would open for him. Look at Jorge Masvidal. Jorge Masvidal has his own fight league now. You know what I'm saying? Like, Perry can get on, like, I don't know, he could be into entertainment because he's very charismatic on the mic and says crazy shit. Maybe they'll give a Mike Perry reality show. You know what I'm saying? Like, he needs to explore other options because his body clearly doesn't have what it had in the past. He don't have the power that he had before. Wrestling got a little bit better, you know, but he's not the same fighter. I don't know why we're talking about Mike Perry. All I wanted to do is sacrifice him to Khamzat.
Mike Perry.
Yeah, I just want to sacrifice him to Khamzat and then let him make some money somewhere else. Would I like to see him stay in the UFC? Sure. But I don't think it makes sense for him. I really don't. Some people are saying Perry to Bellator. Some people are saying, who's Mike Perry? So let's see what the chat has to say over here.
2 joints says Real Gamer BKFC pays well, I've heard, says CC. Hardeep says Perry got to move to Dagestan. Saman says Mike Perry will be a porn star.
Maybe a porn star. Yeah, maybe OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Who knows?
De La Hoya's Nostril says he got outstruck by Mickey Gall. Send him to Invicta. Real Gamer says BK MMA. Chubb says Mike Perry is the same fighter. He just isn't fighting bums. Real Gamer says Mexico. Shroom Grizzly says retire. Cheeto says Khamzat doesn't deserve that after ducking Luke.
So you're saying because he would be considered a layup, don't give him someone more challenging, correct? Is that what you're saying? I think with a guy that has a little bit of a layoff, you got to give him someone around that caliber. You can't give him a Leon Edwards or someone like that. You just can't do that if you're really trying to push the hype train, you know? And there's a reason why he dodged Luke Rockhold. You know, 185, big guy over there, Luke Rockhold, former champion, multiple places. They're being very cautious with Khamzat. They're going to try to figure out a good match, a good fix. I don't know if he's with, what's his face? The hell's that manager's name again?
Ali?
Yeah, Ali Abdelaziz. Are they still together? I don't know if they're still together anymore.
Why wouldn't they be?
I heard rumors they split after after the whole Habib thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Let me see.
Moss looking
Tampa's
up
still winning.
Tampa Bay
Tampa's still winning.
scores. Hardy
Thank
says
you.
Mike Perry versus Darren Till has to happen. I don't care about records or weight classes. Those two were meant to fight. Mike Perry versus Darren Till? Yeah, I mean, that's... I know that they were doing that whole, like, weird shit talk a long time ago, but it's a little silly.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe they are still together. I don't know. I was reading something where they weren't together. Maybe they are still together.
Yeah, that kind of is a bad fight for Khamzat, says Cheetos. CC says his COVID was bad. He wants an easy fight. So you think that because of the long-term effects of his COVID that he's just looking for...
Yeah, even though Rockhold has taken a long break, it doesn't make sense to have him go back against a former champion. You know, 185 champion. It just doesn't make sense. What you got to do is you got to feed him someone that he can beat. That guaranteed money fight that he can beat. And then you start exploring other options. You know, that's what you do with a guy that's, you know, unblemished. The guy clearly moves the needle. He's only 9-0 when you think about it, you know? So you got to be cautious. If you don't want to ruin this guy. How old is Khamzat now? He's only 27 too.
Wonderful, wonderful.
We got Jonathan Wilberding.
You the dirty bird, or the locomotive, steam locomotive.
Thank you, Jonathan Wilberding. Thank you for the donation.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And for being wonderful, wonderful. All right, let's get this Khamzat story out of the way, and we'll move towards the news now. Hi, Ellie. How you doing, baby?
You want to hold it?
Hey, cutie. I was going to actually use the restroom. As you read the news, I was gonna dip out, but all right. Hold on. Give me a read, and I'll grab her because I got to take a tinkle. I'm not gonna lie. I got to take a pee-pee. All right. Let's see.
All right. According to Empire Sports Media, UFC attempted to make Luke Rockhold and Khamzat Chimaev. Chimaev declined the fight.
Here's Nick Diaz, by the way. Is this the one you were looking for?
Yes, that is the one I was looking for.
That's
Next
on.
targeted fight for September. Oh, but might not be in the UFC. I see what it says. All right, you're right. I take it back.
Thank you very much. Is Khamzat, is it on this page or no?
Yeah, it's all the way at the bottom.
Okay. Cool.
I think.
Oh, there it is. He snuck in. There's Lukey boy, Lukey Pookie.
All right. Today we learned that the UFC was trying to book a major main event for August per ARIEL HELWANI. The promotion was trying to book a middleweight main event between former champ Luke Rockhold and Khamzat Chimaev. The main event would have taken place at UFC Fight Night on August 28th. Rockhold confirmed the news with HELWANI and also said that the promotion offered a 2-3 round fight at UFC 265. According to the former UFC middleweight champion, Khamzat Chimaev declined both fights while Rockhold accepted both. Rockhold has been looking to book his return, and he saw a fight with Chimaev as a way to get his name back out there in a big way. Khamzat Chimaev is also looking to book his return after missing the last year due to complications from COVID-19. The UFC has been meeting with Chimaev about his return, and they are working on fights for him now. The fight with Rockhold fell through due to Chimaev's desire to fight at 170 pounds. So far in 3 fights, 2 fights have been at middleweight and 1 has been at welterweight for Chimaev. However, Chimaev has made it known to UFC officials that he plans on staying at 170. What does the UFC do? For now, the promotion will go right back to work on booking these two a fight. Rockhold has told the UFC that he wants top name at 185 pounds. The recent interviews, Rockhold has said that he's accepted multiple fights, but nothing has materialized. There are some middleweight contests coming up, and we wouldn't be shocked to see Rockhold get booked soon. He's hoping to fight by the end of September, and we think the UFC will find him a good opponent for his return. Khamzat Chimaev took off in 2020 and was a potential win over Leon Edwards in December, away from earning himself a quick UFC title shot. However, COVID canceled his fight with Edwards, and we haven't seen Chimaev since. The word is that fight for Chimaev is close to coming together, and we would expect a top 15 welterweight.
There he goes. He's running, Jess. He's running! All right, so there's the story on Khamzat Chimaev versus Luke Rockhold not happening. And we move on. We find out what is next for Chimaev. All right, Jess, what else do we have in the news?
All right, scrolling all the way back up to the top, Mystic Moss, your favorite person to talk about. According to MMA junkie Stephen Thompson, says Conor McGregor has to move like a karate guy, to beat Dustin Poirier.
Okay. Surprise. Wonderboy saying someone has to have a karate style.
Yes.
Shocking. It's a shocking assessment.
All right. Stephen Thompson thinks Conor McGregor has to adjust his striking style if he wants to avenge Dustin Poirier. And I just lost my screen, so you're going to have to wait for a second.
Nice. Okay.
I don't know what happened. It went blank on me. All right, here we go. McGregor meets Poirier in a trilogy bout that headlines UFC 264 on July 10th. McGregor needed just 1 round to take out Poirier in their first fight in 2014, but Poirier exacted his revenge in the rematch by stopping McGregor in the second round at UFC 257. Poirier was able to effectively chop away at McGregor's legs while he continued to stand heavy in a boxing stance. After hindering McGregor's movement, Poirier knocked him out when he backed up against the fence in round 2 with a flurry. Thompson, a kickboxing and karate specialist, thinks that in order for McGregor to find success in the rubber match, he should go back to what worked before. He said, quote, "I think the person that has to do more charging of the fighters is definitely Conor. I mean, Dustin Poirier has been fighting pretty much the same way for the longest time. He's got great boxing, good timing, he's tough as nails, he likes to sit in the pocket, and he's intelligent. I think Conor kind of lost something in his last fight. I think it was all boxing that he was doing. He doesn't have that movement anymore that you normally saw. Like when he fought Jose Aldo, it was the movement that won him the fight, and he was kind of standing there in front of Dustin Poirier, and he took a lot of low calf kicks, and that's what settled it, sealed the deal. So he's got to get back into moving like a karate guy. He's got to get back into getting on his bike, using that in and out movement, switching sides, playing the game if he's going to go out there and beat him again, because he can draw out Dustin Poirier's strikes with his movement, and him being such a good counterpuncher, he can counter off of that. So out of the two, Conor's got to get back to that. So don't know how hard that is and how long he's been doing that boxing stuff, but he's got to get out of that and get back into his movement. If he can do that, Conor can win.
Okay, so there's Stephen Thompson's assessment of the Conor McGregor-Dustin Poirier fight over there. Do you agree?
I do think that, I think there's a lot that Conor can reassess in the third fight, and I mean, we saw him win the first time around, and I don't think Wonderboy's too far off of that. Mm-hmm. So I would say probably. I mean, I'm no striking expert, but I can definitely say if there was a way for him to win the first time, there's a way for him to win this time. Okay, very nice. And I want to see a flowy Conor again. I want to see that flowy guy. Mm-hmm. You know, I miss that
light on his feet, flow guy. I don't know. Maybe when he carries a little more weight on his bones, it's not the same. 155 from 145. But I miss that, you know? So I'm hoping that we see a little vintage McGregor.
Do you think Conor wins the third time around?
Oh, of course. Of course, baby. Yes.
Yes. I know, kind of. I shouldn't have asked. I should have just assumed.
What do you think of the shot? What do you think of the shot?
COLBY says Conor has done little to nothing to improve his game. Great marketing and fight hype, man, but middle of the pack MMA fighter now. Jeff T says all Conor does is focus on setting up his straight left, though. LOL. No? Nothing, Moss? No reaction? Kanoda says Moss is the Mystic Maniac. Uncle Rogelio says boop. Blaine says casuals out in Force A. Philip says Conor is domesticated now, not the same guy. Uncle Rogelio says boo. Leo England dropping the Moss emojis in the chat. Arise says Khamzat is to Khabib what James Gallagher is to Conor. CN says LOL 2 joints. King Charles says I have nothing to say. I just want to see my words on the screen. There you go.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Chubbs.
He's going to beat Dustin Poirier easily, and then he's going to go on to take out the copycat king.
Yeah, I do think, all right, Moss. I do think he beats Dustin Poirier the third time around.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think he's an underdog in this fight, which is very...
Well, and rightfully so. He did get knocked out in the last fight.
This is great. This is great news for me because we will dance during the fight. We will prance and sing.
Dance?
We will dance and sing and throw Ellie in the air and with joy as Conor McGregor gets his redemption in the trilogy fight. It's going to be so exciting, Jesse. Dustin Poirier is going to fall again, and Conor will win. And then we get to throw salt in the wounds of all the people that are crying out there that Conor McGregor is going to get another title shot. You know, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait until fight week for that. What is that, July 10th?
Is it the 10th?
July 10th is the fight.
It's coming up in like 2 weeks, I think.
It's right around the corner, baby.
Yeah.
July
we got to get a
10th.
babysitter for that card.
Oh, yeah. A lot of babysitters. July 10th. So, yeah, like 2 weeks.
He's going to float and then pull another Jorge, says Knackness. What does that mean, pull another Jorge? What does that mean? He's going to get knocked out or he's going to be the one knocking out? Joey says Conor is knocking that inbred hillbilly out.
That's right. This is going to be interesting, though. Seriously. The first ever
for
trilogy.
Sure.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Jeff.
Joff.
Man, I wish Conor beats Dustin and challenges Usman. That would be a big fight and sell way more than olives.
Come on.
Feed Colby bitch ass to Khamzat.
All right, let's be real, though. Hold on. Conor and Usman is a little silly.
Conor wins. Conor beats Usman.
Let's be real.
Jesse, you know what
That's a little ridiculous.
I was on the Usman train the whole way.
Could
I'm
you
still on
imagine?
the train. I think he's the greatest welterweight, but Usman don't want that smoke.
Could you imagine Conor beats Poirier, and the first thing that comes out of his mouth in the post-fight interview is,
"Give me that fucking belt."
"Give me Usman."
Yeah.
Come on.
That's going to happen. Conor
Stop.
beats everybody.
Everyone would be laughing in his face.
When Conor beats Dustin in the trilogy fight, I mean, everyone could catch them hands, Jesse. It's going to be amazing.
That is so ridiculous.
This is the most important fight in MMA-Hole history. July 10th. The biggest fight of all time. The trilogy happening between these two guys here. They're 1-1. Both have finishes. And Dustin Poirier has the redemption of a lifetime as he just takes out Conor in that second round. A good story for Dustin Poirier. But this is Conor McGregor without the kids dragging around all over the place. No binkies in the mouth, Jesse.
Yeah.
None of that stuff. This is rage Conor. This is a feral dog Conor. This is a fucking coked up, a proper 12'd up Conor McGregor. I don't know if he's having the proper anymore. Or coke.
Well, he said he stopped drinking for fight camps now.
This is a man that's ready to party, and if he loses this fight, well, it's a problem. It's a problem.
Well, it's a
tough.
problem for the UFC. It's more of a problem for the UFC than it is for Conor, because
Very
Conor's
tough.
got all the money in the world, and he already did what he needed to do.
He's always going to make money.
So he could just walk away, no problem, willy-nilly. But it's bad for the UFC because...
That's bad for me.
And
It's bad for me because
us.
I need Conor to win this fight, because I need to consistently piss off viewers and MMA fans from all over the world. I need Conor to stay at the top of the game. There he is! There he is! Yes! There he is! Proper!
Proper 12.
Oh, Ellie, it's him. It's him.
Conor has so many haters, and then you look at all these other fighters basically mimicking him. I didn't really believe it was jealousy, but now it's obvious. Fights just don't like the fact that he's rich and they are not.
It's the damn truth. Conor paved the way, the reason why fighters are making what they make. People complain about fighter pay, but before Conor, they were paying these fighters way less. Conor McGregor comes into the game, and now everyone's making money. Now everyone's making the millies. Conor McGregor has paved the way, and people are just jelly. Can't give the man respect on what he's done to the sport and how he's helped out the fighters market themselves in a way where they're making money. Without Conor McGregor, there'd be no Colby Covington trying to piss everyone off out there. There'd be none of that shit. Kamaru Usman, there's a clip that Chubbs is referring to. Kamaru Usman, a lot of his zingers and one-liners are literally taking out of the Conor McGregor playbook. You may say, wait, what are you talking about? There's a video floating around on Twitter of Conor McGregor's lines ripped out of his mouth and into Usman's mouth.
Well, that is true.
It's the truth here. A lot of people have done this, and it's fine. I have no problem with that.
But why hasn't Usman admitted that that's where he got his lines? Let's be real.
Usman really, he jokes around about fighting Conor and saying Conor doesn't want to smoke, this and that.
Yeah.
But Usman has been very respectful to the business side of Conor McGregor. We've heard him actually compliment Conor on that. But
of course he has.
he's
to
an
know.
Ali guy, so of course, they're anti-Conor. But let's be serious here. The guy's been nothing but great for the sport.
Super chat.
That old man deserved it.
Conor beats Dustin. Conor runs for a lightweight title. Conor loses. DIAZ versus McGregor 3, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, I would say yes. If Conor loses, the DIAZ trilogy is inevitable, right? That would make sense.
If Conor loses.
Yes.
Yes.
There's no doubt about it. You also have to throw out there Conor McGregor, if he loses his fight, you could always throw together a Conor McGregor-Jorge Masvidal fight.
No.
Why? Why no?
Why would you do that? What sense does that make? And what weight class are they going to do it at?
At 155. Well, 170. I'm sorry, 170.
I was going to say Masvidal at 155.
He used to fight at 155.
Yeah, but right now he's not at 155.
Well, 170. No, that would be a 170 fight
So
between
you would
Jorge.
have Conor go up to 170.
Yeah, which he's done before. Masvidal's not a true welterweight. He's not a true welterweight. Let's be honest here.
I don't know.
Now, Masvidal
I
could
don't know if
dust
I like
Conor.
it.
He could. Why wouldn't you like it?
I don't know. There's something about it I don't like.
What? What would you not like
you know
about
what
that?
it is? I think I know Masvidal's this huge hype, and I'm not into it. I like Masvidal. I think he's a relatively good fighter and everything, but I think people buy into him way more than they should be.
100%. Why you make that fight?
So that's why I don't know. That's why I'm kind of not into it, because it's not I'd rather see a Diaz trilogy.
Jesse Bell, Masvidal will never, ever be the welterweight champion. That's never happening. When it comes to the top guys up there, Masvidal is not beating him. It's not happening. But if you put a Conor McGregor fight together with him and you put some novelty zing to it like a BMF or some stupid ass shit, of course that's going to sell like hotcakes. You know what I'm saying? That's always there. Diaz first. That trilogy with Diaz has to happen. But the Masvidal fight, you can't dismiss it. Because if Masvidal keeps on taking losses and Conor takes losses, you can still throw those two together with 3 fights in a row, losing streaks, and it still would sell. And that's what you have to look at.
Would you be more hyped for it than Nate Diaz 3, though?
No, Nate Diaz over Masvidal.
And I don't even think it would sell as much either.
Masvidal versus Conor wouldn't sell.
As much as Diaz Conor 3.
People are drinking that Masvidal Kool-Aid.
No, it
it
would
is
sell.
crazy.
I don't think it would sell as much as Diaz Conor 3.
No, Diaz would sell more.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, Jesse. Conor could fight fucking Hasbulla, and that shit would sell. It doesn't matter. Conor could fight anybody, and it sells.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just throw Diaz in there, makes it a little bit better.
Makes it a lot better.
You throw Jorge Masvidal, it makes it a little bit better.
A little bit better.
Because people are fucking all over that guy. I don't get it either. I don't get it. I think just people want to suck Jorge Masvidal's dick. I think that's what it is. I can't understand it.
Silly. I do think that he's a good fighter, and I can understand
It's fun.
that he does market himself very well, but it's because he markets himself well that people are buying into him. It's not because of his fighting. I know for a fact it's not because of his fighting.
It's because of his street fighting. That's what it is. It's because Jorge goes in there and wants to take your fucking head off. That's what it is. People love that.
Yeah.
Chicks they dig the long ball. They love the home run, right? And that's what Jorge Masvidal has.
The
He has
long ball?
Yeah, they have the home run hand. That's what Jorge has. Chicks and feminine men love the home run. That's why they love Jorge Masvidal. Feminine men and females love Jorge Masvidal. He walks around all dreamy, like with his hands behind. Fucking Jorge Masvidal, like walking around, like licking his chops, and guys are salivating over the guy. It's just fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like, this is Jorge Masvidal walking around.
It's actually a very good impersonation, Moss. That's actually very good.
And fucking men are throwing themselves at this guy. Throwing.
What do you mean?
He's going to beat Usman. Get the fuck out of here. Just because he's fucking shaking his ass and licking his lips. Stop it. What happens? Usman just runs him over. Runs him over. But men love it. Men are into that. That's why it would sell.
Yeah.
That's why it's out. Now, Conor McGregor was a champion, for God's sakes. 2 division champion. Guys fucking got real belts, not fucking Party City belts. Like Jorge Masvidal, Jess.
Yeah.
The real champion over there.
Yeah.
Fucking A. It's apples and oranges. But here's the deal. It would sell.
Yeah.
It would sell because people suck Jorge's cock for no reason. Doesn't make any sense. At least I suck a champion's cock, Jesse. When I suck cock, it's fucking gold. You suck gold cock too. Izzy Adesanya and Khabib Nurmagomedov sucking the gold cock.
Well,
If you're gonna suck a cock, suck a gold cock.
They would argue that Masvidal's a silver cock, right? Because
Masvidal's
the BMF.
second place cock.
Yes, I am plugging the baby's
It's crazy,
ears.
man.
I don't want her hearing this. Let's see. Moss, stop disrespecting Masvidal, says Real Gamer.
Oh, God. Get his dick out of your mouth. Real gamer.
Nicole says, not today. I'm whining and in pain. Oh, yeah. Nicole got her surgery. She just got her surgery, I think, today, right?
Yeah, what was it for?
Well, I'll leave her to explain that if she wants to, but she did get a surgery today. So everyone, send your thoughts and love to Nicole. I'm sure she, we wish
Did she
you
get she got the sex change?
yeah, she got a sex change. We're wishing Nicole a speedy recovery.
Yes. I hope they gave you an 8-incher.
And hopefully Pale is taking care of you.
Oh, man.
All right. Pale says fillet of fish surgery.
Fillet of fish surgery. Nice.
Oh, goodness.
All right.
Alex Brown says, when will they finalize Colby versus Usman 2?
I hope soon.
Yeah, they're talking about it, and they're very serious about putting it together, but nobody's officiated anything, honestly.
Well, the reason why they're not solidifying it is because Usman is doing what a man that wants another easy fight would do.
She had a hysterectomy, Moss, she says.
Okay. A hysterectomy. What's that one?
They take your lady parts. Basically,
yeah. What is that?
Your lady parts are no longer in use.
Oh, so it's so you can't have any more children, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds serious.
She evicted Aunt Flo.
Okay. So no more periods, nothing. No more eggs.
I'm not really sure how a hysterectomy works. I don't know if you still get your periods or not. I would think that you don't because you don't have a uterus anymore.
So loads can be entered and nothing
yeah, I would think so.
comes out of it. Okay.
I would think so, yeah.
What's even worse about Masvidal's fake belt is that he got it because the doctor stopped the fight. I mean, how do you get the bad motherfucker belt on a doctor stoppage and be proud of it?
That's right. That's right, man. Chubbs, preach. Preach, Chubbs. Come on. Listen, I like Jorge, though. I do enjoy a Jorge Masvidal fight. I do. But the delusion of this guy was going to beat Usman and all this crazy stuff was out of control. Mm-hmm. And Jorge did a great job marketing himself. He's still doing a great job marketing
Did you see who subscribed? You're taking everything I worked for, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, let me play that again. I didn't see that.
That's pretty funny.
Welcome to the MMA-Holes
Perfect
Mafia.
timing.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Welcome.
Oh,
All right,
goodness.
so let's segue. It's a perfect segue over here.
Yeah.
Kamaru Usman, Nate Diaz.
Yeah. So, Kamaru Usman welcomes Nate Diaz's fight, saying, if you really want this 187, according to MMA Fighting, as the UFC's reigning champion at 170 pounds, Kamaru Usman has his pick of challengers, and he's not counting out one of the promotion's most popular fighters. On Tuesday, Nate Diaz tweeted out an incredulous reaction to the yet-to-be-booked rematch between Usman and Colby Covington, writing, quote, "Who this guy fighting next? Someone he already KO'd," along with an emoji of a man face-palming. And you can actually see the tweet on if you click on the link. Diaz is referring to the UFC 245 grudge match between Usman and Covington in December 2019 that Usman won by TKO with less than a minute remaining in the fight. Since then, Usman has successfully defended the welterweight title 3 more times, most recently knocking out Jorge Masvidal in spectacular fashion at UFC 261. With several top names already on his list of victories, all signs point to a second fight between Usman and Covington. Usman apparently saw Diaz's comment and responded by telling Diaz that if he wants to fight, that he can call UFC executive Hunter Campbell. He said, quote, "I see you, 209. If you really want this 187, then call your boy Hunter." The 209 is a reference to Diaz's Stockton area code, and 187 is popularly known as the police code for a murder. Diaz later issued a tweet that suggests he's fine with waiting for Usman to resolve his feud with Covington. He basically said,
wait for it.
he said, "You're locked down. You do what you're told to do like a good champion." And he put a picture of Colby Covington, to which Usman responded, "Keyword champion, LOL. All you guys just internet tough guys nowadays. Like I said, if you really want this pressure, then holla at your boy Hunter."
Let me translate that for you, Jesse. I see Usman saying, "Please, UFC, let me fight Nate Diaz, because not only would I make a boatload of money, it's an easy dub."
Well, then Nate Diaz responded to that saying, "You're doing great, champ. I wasn't trying to disrespect. Have a good fight with one of those poor guys you beat up." Wah wah.
It would be hilarious, though. Nate Diaz was so close to knocking out Leon Edwards, right? It would have been so funny if they did make that fight. He skipped the line and fought skipped Colby Covington, fought Usman, and then he somehow does like a dramatic knockout of Usman late in that fight or some shit like that. That would be the most bonkers situation.
Yeah.
It would be like a fantasy movie. It would be so great.
It's a little bit of a reach.
Oh, it'd be so great because you know that Conor McGregor, the trilogy, they would have to force feed us that.
Yeah.
You know, if Conor could beat Dustin or some shit like that, it would be amazing. Or if Conor takes like the 155-pound belt, it'd be such a great Disney story, Jess.
Disney?
Oh yes, Nate Diaz, the 170 champ. The UFC's got to be crafty here. How do you? Maybe they trip? I don't know. They hurt Colby Covington or something like that, and Leon Edwards. Like I don't know.
Very Disney-esque.
Put some Tony Ferguson HDMI cables on the ground. And let them trip on it.
Joby says Nate would get knocked out and get out of here.
Yeah, he would. But still, can I fucking dream, bro? Can I just sit here? I need a fantasy room. You know, like where we take we just daydream. How could I do that? How could I do it in a fantasy room? Let me think about this. See you later. Okay, Jesse.
Jesse.
We're under the table now. Okay. Now what do we do?
It's a little cramped down here.
It is a little cramped down here, but what do you think? Can this be our fantasy room?
I guess. Yeah, this works. Kind of cozy, actually.
It is a little snug.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me just touch this. Okay. Easy does it. All right, here we go. What's the next story, Jess?
All right. I don't know if you skipped it or not, but did you see Brandon Moreno got a deafening hero's welcome when his return to Tijuana?
I'm going to say something that's going to be very unpopular. Should I say it now, or should I wait for you to tell the story?
It's not really a story to tell. Unfortunately, you cannot play it on air because it is property of the UFC. But it's on the website if you guys want to watch it. It is pretty cool. It's a little overwhelming.
Okay. I do want to see it. Why the hell? Hold on a second here. My interwebs is not working out. So he went to Tijuana and he had open arms, the whole deal?
Yeah, he had a pretty good welcome coming in there.
CBD. 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 CBD.
CBD.
CBD.
Chub.
CBD. 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 It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff like that. So you want to get these for before or after the fight training and make your life a better place.
It's possible he catches Guzman. Put some respect on the Diaz name. Quit acting like you can't catch him on the jaw. Fuck Guzman.
Well, you know what? We can play the angle that where Diaz beats him because it's probably never going to happen. So we should say, hey, man, if it happens. But
well, let me ask you this. Has Guzman ever been knocked out?
No.
Exactly.
Nate will be the first, Jess.
Yeah. If
I would love to see it. It'd be
couldn't
hilarious.
get clipped in the past, I highly doubt he's getting clipped this time
That'd
around.
be crazy. Hey, Matt Serra took out GSP.
I will say that I just lost my train of thought.
How about
I
you
had a really good point, and I just lost it.
How about we thank Chubbs for being very generous tonight with the donations?
Thank you, Chubbs.
How about
Thank
that?
you.
How about a fucking Chubbs? Thank you very much, my man. Mr. Chubbs making it rain tonight. Thank you. Make sure you hit the like button, smash away. We're looking for 200 likes tonight. I believe we could do it with 250 people watching. Everyone right now, stop what you're doing and hit the thumb in the upright position and be wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful,
All right,
wonderful.
You ready for unpopular opinion? Did you get your thoughts together?
No, I can't remember what it was. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to say something here. This is a warning, okay? I'm going to say something here that may be a little controversial. I'm going to say something here that will be definitely an unpopular opinion. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You ready for this?
Okay.
Is everyone's in the chat if you're ready for this?
Shut up, Uncle Boss.
Okay. I can't believe I'm going to say this, Jesse.
Yeah.
This is really tough for me to say. Let me just put him up over here. Give me a second.
What?
Okay. All right, I'm going to say something. Okay. You trying to figure out what I'm going to say?
Yeah.
I don't like Brandon Moreno.
Oh, I knew that.
I don't like him. I'm sorry. I don't like him. He's too nice. We need to get him out of here. He's too nice. Oh, come on! I don't like him. I'm sorry. I don't give a shit about Brandon Moreno. And I love Mexican fighters, Jesse. I love him. But I don't think this is the Mexican guy we need.
Why
I don't like Brandon Moreno. He annoys me. Hey, shut up! With all that laughs and smiles. I don't like him. And I know there's like 2% people in the chat right now that agree with me. Now, it was a great story of him.
Maybe you just don't like seeing people happy.
No, it's not even that. I think he's a very good fighter, and the story's fantastic, right? He got cut, comes back. You know, he was on The Ultimate Fighter. Things didn't really pan out for him. He comes back, gets the belt. It's a great story. I don't care. I don't know why. I don't give a fuck about Brandon Moreno. No, I don't know. I know everyone's going to fucking throw shit at me.
Well, because it just sounds like you don't like
no,
like
it's not that I don't like
people.
Then don't throw the Mexican angle out here because I do nothing but suck Mexican cock. I always pick
the Mexican angle.
I love I don't know because I like the Mexican culture. I love their food. I love their fighters. I love everything about Mexico.
Yeah, I don't think
Cain Velasquez is the best. You know, like, but it's not about him being from Mexico, and he speaks English the whole deal. I just don't like him. I don't know what it is. The dude smiles way too much. Fucking freaks me out.
So you don't like happiness?
No, it's not. Maybe I don't like
You're so
happiness.
miserable that you can't stand to see someone else smiling happy.
Listen, Dr. Phil. Listen, stop trying to break it down.
Well,
I don't know what it
saying,
is.
It's the only thing that makes sense.
Does nothing. He does nothing for me. If you were to tell me, hey, Brandon Moreno's defending the belt this weekend, I don't care. I'm going to be honest with you. The reason why I watched that fight was because of Figueiredo. I think Figueiredo is a nasty human being. I think that guy, like when that guy does the stare down and he's all fucking fired up, I'm into that. If he spoke English, it'd be even better for me. But Brandon Moreno does jack shit for me. Now, I know Mexico probably loves him. This is a great champion. He's a sweet,
a lot of places love him.
Polite guy. I think he's a good role model for kids. But maybe I don't like role models. Good role models, Jesse. Maybe we need more John Jones. You know, cheaters. People throwing dollies and hand trucks through shit.
I know why.
I can't do it.
But you don't want me to break you down mentally.
I don't give a fuck. All right, let me ask you this question. When was the last time you sat through a Brandon Moreno interview?
The last fight. We watched the post-fight press conference and sat through
Did we
it.
sit through the whole interview?
Did we?
Nope.
Oh, well.
And this is what I'm saying. Hear
But
me
I'm
out
not
for a
the one
second.
saying that I don't like him. You are.
But you cannot sit through an interview with him.
Well, just because we turn it off doesn't mean I can't sit through an interview.
You're scrolling through a feed. Okay? Hear me out.
Let's keep in mind,
Hold
my
on.
mom was here too.
Hear me out. If you're scrolling through your YouTube subscription feed
Yeah.
and you see a Brandon Moreno interview there, do you watch it?
It
Be honest.
depends. I think it depends on what it's about. I think that's with all fighters for me, though.
Ariel Helwani is interviewing Brandon Moreno, Jesse, which he has, if I'm not mistaken. Will you watch it?
If I'm watching Ariel at the time, sure.
Jesse, you're dancing around the answer.
No, that's a subjective question. You can't just ask that. Like, I do that with all fighters.
You will not watch it.
I've even done it with Izzy. Like, if I'm not in the mood to watch an interview, I'm not going to watch it.
You will not watch it because he is not interesting.
To you, he's not.
He is not interesting. I'm going to say it. I don't give a fuck about Brandon Moreno. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. You know what's funny, Jesse? I found Henry Cejudo completely annoying, but I care way more about Henry Cejudo as a champion than Brandon Moreno. I cared. He was cringy as fuck, but I gave more of a shit about Henry Cejudo. Who do you care more about, Jesse? Who would you rather see fight, Brandon Moreno or Henry Cejudo?
Moreno.
You would rather see Henry Cejudo not fight
Yes.
and Brandon Moreno fight.
Yeah, Cejudo cringes me out.
He is cringy, but he makes me interested, and that's the thing. I have to be honest with you. I'm probably going to root against Brandon Moreno in every fight until he loses that belt. Because he's too happy. It's way too happy for me. Too fucking happy. Just too much, man. Maybe I don't like happiness. Now, does anyone agree with me in the chat? Where's my 1%?
I think you just don't like happiness. You don't like seeing people smile. You don't like when people are too cheery.
It's too much.
You just have to like go and like stomp all over their parade.
I like happiness, but I don't want my happiness in my UFC. Do you understand what I'm saying?
What
in
kind of
my
sense does that
UFC,
make?
hear me out. In my UFC, I want to see men and women go in a fucking cage and beat the shit out of each other. That's what I want to see. And Brandon Moreno
But he
brings
does
it.
that.
He does bring that. But his interviews turn me off. It turns me off.
He's just happy.
It fucking turns me off, man. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm man enough to admit
I can't stand that happy bastard.
it's fucking annoying. It's annoying.
That's how it sounds.
I don't
so
know
ridiculous.
why. He's overboard with the nice guy thing. It's a little nauseating. I need a puke bucket every time the guy he talks.
Just
Like,
because you're not a nice person.
that picture with him and Izzy sharing the pizza, I want to vomit. I don't know why. I just look at it. It just irks me. All right, let's see what the chat says.
August says, Moss, you're tripping. Jimmy B says GSP was like that though. Yeah, GSP was super nice.
You ready for this?
What, you don't like GSP?
I never rooted for GSP.
Oh, God.
In fact, when GSP was fighting, I was like, fuck. The only time I was excited about a GSP fight was when he fought Michael Bisping. I picked Michael Bisping. I was in the seats for that, but I picked Michael Bisping in that fight. Never. I respect the hell out of GSP. GSP is one of the greats, if not the greatest. But I never got excited about a GSP fight. I thought GSP was so fucking boring. There were fights where he was on headlining a pay-per-view, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And he would come out like a rock star. Everyone loved the guy. Hey, let's be honest. GSP was a boring fighter. At least Brandon Moreno brings it.
I didn't think so. I don't
You
know.
clearly don't remember GSP.
I do. I think we have different tastes, and I think that's why this is kind of an interesting conversation because, and I'm seeing it in the chat too, there's people who are on complete opposite sides.
There are a lot of casuals out there that
No,
forget the
it's
fact
just-
that GSP was incredibly boring.
It's not that. It's not even about being a casual fan. I think it's just people have different tastes when it comes to their fighters.
Now, listen, maybe you could say, maybe you can make the angle that I don't like happy people. Ioane and Jacek's happy. She's always out there
But she's always
winking.
Yeah, she's happy, but when she's in fight mode, like
go.
no, like when she's in the lead up to the fight and stuff like that, she's a fucking animal. Like
There you go.
but so what?
There you
You
go.
just want them to be an animal.
This is what I want.
You don't want them to be miserable.
This is what I want. No, I don't give a fuck about happy or misery. If they're happy in real life, that's great. I'm happy for them. But when you're going into fight week, I don't want you fucking laughing the whole time. Like, sell me something, bro.
Okay, now it makes sense. See,
If you're doing an interview, talk a little shit, bro.
All right. Originally, it sounded like you just were this miserable
No.
person who just doesn't like
You just
someone
jump
to be
into
happy.
conclusions. No, it's
that's
not
what
that.
it sounded like.
You know what? But you're making me miserable right now.
Why?
It's about
What am I
we are
doing?
watching cage fighters, and you have to be, I don't know, you got to give me something here. If Brandon Moreno is going to headline a fight, we all know as MMA fans, we all know that Brandon Moreno brings the heat in the cage. and that's very respectful.
So you want him to bring it during fight week?
But I need a little more. I need a little more from my champions. At least Usman, you know, he fucking says things on the mic that kind of work. You know, kind of gets under people's. He pisses people off. Brandon Moreno pisses no one off, and it drives. You know, it pisses me off, Jesse, because no one else is pissed off. I like when people are riled up. If it's Brandon Moreno fight week, no one's fucking arguing in the chat. They're like, he's just so nice. Boring. It's boring to me. Ioane and Jacek, sweetheart. But then when it's fight week, when she's ready for war, she turns into the boogie woman. That's what I like. That's what I need from my fighters here. So if Brandon Moreno could kind of spice it up a little bit, you know?
Sounds to me like you just want a good argument.
Put a little hot sauce on his fight weeks. Maybe I'll become a Brandon Moreno fan. But until then, I'm going to say it. I don't care.
Moss, do you watch Davison Figueroa interviews? Figueroa?
No, because he doesn't speak English. If he spoke English, yes, I would. Just like the Korean Zombie. I love the Korean Zombie, but the guy has problems with English.
Bro Figgy was trying so hard to make it personal with that shove. Says Lars.
Yeah, he tried. It didn't work out too well.
Jamie Schmidt says he cried. Oh, I missed the rest. Sorry, man. Jeff T says Francis is too nice, LOL, or is nice too, but his fights are always exciting, says Jeff T.
Yeah, Francis Ngannou. Okay. Let's see. How am I going to wrap this one up with Francis?
Yeah, what do you have to say about Francis Ngannou?
I like Francis because he is physically imposing. He's a scary human being. But I do feel that his interviews are terrible. Like she never sits through a Francis Ngannou interview, right? I do feel that.
Listen to me. Listen. Yeah. Let me make this very clear to you.
That's my line.
I don't sit through anybody's interviews. I have no patience. So this has nothing to do with who the fighter is, whether I like him or dislike him or whatever. I can't sit through anybody's interviews. So stop with this. Oh, you can't sit through. No, right. You're right, because I can't sit through anybody's interviews.
Now, why are you getting so defensive?
Because you're using that as a tool for your argument, but it doesn't. You can't make a case with it.
This is not about being personal. You're the person.
Who said this was personal?
You're making it about you in interviews. No one cares about that.
No, you just said you're trying to use it as a case. It doesn't work.
Well, it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Francis Ngannou. I'm not here to do a tit for tat. I'm here to talk about fighters. Francis Ngannou is a guy. He's a complicated guy because
insufferable.
When he fights, he has power that we've never seen before. He can do anything outside of the cage, and he's still a likable champion. So Francis Ngannou, as much as I'm like on the fence with him outside of the cage, he is so scary of a human being that it makes up for anything. When it comes to Brandon Moreno, there's nothing scary about him. You know, he's a tough fighter. He's always there for war. Inside the cage is great, but he's not like scary and imposing where it makes up for his goody two shoes attitude outside of the cage. I'm not a big Moreno fan, Jeff. I just don't care, man. Now I hope someone beats him, so I don't have to talk about him anymore. But what do you want? Maybe I'm heartless. Maybe I got no fucking soul. But you know what? Anu, please. Now here's the problem. In this weight class, Figueiredo is the guy that... See, Figueiredo, when he won the belt, he got me excited about flyweight again. I have to be honest with you. Now that Moreno has the belt, I'm not excited anymore. My excitement for flyweight kind of went out the window. Because what are you going to put Askarov there? Like, who are you going to put other than a Figueiredo rematch? What are you going to do at flyweight? I feel like the wind's out of the sails now. I feel like flyweight sucks all over again. Do you understand what I'm saying here?
Nope.
You're not listening at all. All right, look at flyweight. With Brandon Moreno here, okay, not selling fights for me. Who else makes this even interesting anymore? Is it Matt Schnell? Benavidez, who's getting knocked out left and right? Who is it?
I don't know.
Exactly. Now, Brandon Royval's a guy. Didn't they fight Brandon Royval versus Moreno? I think they did scrap, right? I'm pretty sure these two... isn't that the fight where he got hurt? Yes, it was. Okay. I would love to see this rematch. Because honestly, I'd rather Royval the champ. I'm sorry! But right now, with Moreno as the champion, flyweight sucks again. So we need to get him out of here. That's what we need over here. We need him out of here. Anyway, enough about Brandon Moreno. Give me another story. Hit me in the head.
Whoa.
Ellie had a dream. What? Ellie, look at Ellie. Hold on a second. Would you have a little dream?
That's the first time she's done that.
How you doing, kiddo?
She literally just jumped.
She's funny, man. This kid's got a lot of personality for a kid that can't say a word.
All right.
I can't wait until Ellie gets on the mic, starts spitting hate. Can't wait, Jesse, when she's like, Moreno's trash. All right, next story, please.
Francis Ngannou versus Derrick Lewis rematch has been moved from May, they said, to August, but then HELWANI threw out a date for September. So keep your eye out for a date for that.
Okay. So Francis Ngannou versus Lewis, the rematch. Does this fight happen?
Yeah, why would it not happen? Of course it's going to happen.
I am getting worried about this fight.
I'm not.
Why are you saying of course it's going to happen? You got John Jones pretty much ready to go, right? This fight, Dana White keeps on saying is going to happen, but keeps on getting pushed back over and over and over again.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
You don't think that John Jones could slip in the mix?
No.
What about if there's an injury or something?
Then he can.
You know what I'm saying? So this fight, I don't know if it's really, like, what are we going to, it keeps on getting pushed. We need this fight now. A long shot for August, man. I wanted this in the end of the summer. It would have been great. So now we got to wait. We got to wait. All right. Boutbetter says he's not off the Moreno topic. Well, what else do you want to talk about?
I'm off the Moreno topic.
What do you want to talk about? Man, oh man. You guys love Moreno. I know there's people out there that are on my... There are people on my side, maybe a small percentage of the chat room, but there are people out there, and I'm speaking for you guys. I'm speaking for the people that are afraid to go against the grain. I'm there for you, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so what's the odds this happens? What do you think?
I said it. It's
pretty good?
Yes, yes. This fight will happen.
Okay. You all right?
Yeah.
I feel like you're like kind of like pushing this along.
Nope, I just already answered your question.
Okay. What about the chat? What do you think? Lewis versus Ngannou? Will it happen? I feel like the wind's getting sucked out of sales here.
Why? What's wrong?
I don't know. I feel like...
That's your fault.
I feel like ever since I said the Moreno thing, like the wind's getting sucked out of sales.
Maybe you pissed everybody off.
Did I piss everyone off? Nah, can't be. Could you imagine being pissed off?
Wonderful.
Someone says they don't like Brandon Moreno?
Saman, stop being annoying.
Uh-oh.
Uncle Mike
Chat room
says...
drama.
Well, who is Saman?
Saman, remember the guy he like sometimes spams stuff over and over again?
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Let me go back. Thank you, Uncle Mike. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know who Saman. I don't see him in there.
I'm convinced it's Zen Rhino. I gotta be honest.
Zen Rhino.
I know, he just talks like Saman.
Man, now you're throwing Zen Rhino in the... Oh, my God, Jessica.
No,
What's next?
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I don't know who Saman is. Okay, so let's get a couple comments from the chat and move on.
Christian says, Dustin is training with Mike Brown, Thiago Alves, and Dia David. How in the fuck does Connor stand a chance? Laughing my ass off. Connor trains with Artem Lobov, for fuck's sake.
Actually, he doesn't really train with them anymore.
But we talked about that like an hour ago.
Well, he might be back. I don't know. He might not be on live.
Tropic Tom says Francis will duck him. Two Joints says Moreno's a real champ, bro. Hamzat's a goof. About better says I have Figueiredo by finish and Figueiredo round one.
Did you just compare Moreno to Hamzat?
Yes.
Okay, how does that work?
Because I guess people are on a Hamzat hype train, and I guess comparing hype trains.
Yeah, you can't compare a champion to a non-champion. So I guess I'm with you on that. I don't know. We might be talking to someone in the chat.
Jeff T says Lewis might get KO'd himself. That's a fight where anyone can get KO'd.
Jimmy B?
Lewis by KO. Second round.
Nah. Not happening.
I'm with the Beast. I am with the Beast, man. The Beast is going to finally get his belt. He's going to take it away from that chiseled specimen of a man, Ngannou, even though Ngannou looked great in his last fight. And you know what? People are not even talking about Stipe. I mean, Stipe should have got a rematch, but the longer they wait, why? It's the best heavyweight of all time. Has the longest win streak.
Is that a fight you really want to see?
Yes. Yeah, I do want to see the Stipe trilogy. And honestly, it kind of sucks because...
Over the Derrick Lewis rematch?
Yes. Yes, I do. I do want to see that because Derrick Lewis versus Ngannou won.
I find Stipe so boring.
Derrick Lewis... Hold on. Derrick Lewis, Stipe...
I feel like I can't have an opinion around here. Like, you have everything to say.
Hold on. Derrick Lewis versus Ngannou won.
Yeah.
How did that fight go?
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be that way a second time around.
Okay, but you're assuming here.
Yes.
Okay.
There's no way I can predict the future. Of course, I'm assuming.
Now, give me The first Stipe Miocic versus Ngannou fight, right?
Yeah.
Which was a fire first round, and then Stipe kind of slowed down.
It's my own opinion. I'm allowed to have an opinion. I don't find him entertaining.
So 2 fights were pretty entertaining here, and you're telling me that
I don't find Stipe to be an entertaining champ. I don't.
Tonight, both hosts are lighting up good human beings of fighters. I just lit up Moreno, and now Jesse has taken a family man, a fireman. And Stipe
I didn't say
Miocic,
he wasn't a good man. I'm just saying I don't find him as an entertaining champ.
never said that Brandon Moreno wasn't a good man. I didn't find him entertaining, Jesse.
Okay.
We both are horrible human beings. High five. Jesse, welcome to the dark side.
Okay.
Jesse hates Stipe, and I hate Moreno.
I never said I hated him.
Take that. Take that. Not entertained by either of those guys. So take that, okay? Put that in your fucking pipe and smoke it. Give me John Jones.
All right. Smith says John Jones failed every drug test of UFC 235 fight week, according to MMAnews.com. Anthony Smith is casually making an enormous accusation against John Jones that dates back over 2 years ago. In March 2019, John Jones successfully defended the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship against Anthony Lionheart Smith in the UFC 235 main event. However, there was one wrong move in the fight that nearly rendered the defense unsuccessful and would have resulted in Smith becoming the new champion. Anthony Smith's noble decision: late in the fourth round, John Jones was cruising to what he had all the makings of a shutout unanimous decision victory. Then in the closing rounds, or seconds of the round, John Jones landed an illegal knee to a downed Anthony Smith. This means Smith could have been the first fighter to win a UFC world title off of a disqualification, not Aljamain Sterling. Like Petr Yan before him, John Jones landed an illegal knee to the title challenger before he had a chance to make his way up to his feet. Had Smith said he was unable to continue, he likely would have been crowned the new champion after a DQ victory, just as Aljamain Sterling was 2 years later. The fact that Smith opted to continue fighting instead of accepting the title this way led Jones to express his gratitude to the Lionheart and praise him as a gentleman. Anthony Smith claims John Jones failed every drug test. Fast forward 1 year later, and John Jones was publicly criticizing, if not overtly roasting, Anthony Smith for struggling to subdue a home invader. Understandably, Smith did not take kindly to Jones's comments, and that still holds true to this day. Looking back, Smith still doesn't have an answer for what prompted the sudden shift from John Jones, especially considering Smith's claim that he has withheld some pretty damaging information about Jones in connection to their 2019 fight. He said, quote, "Up until that very point, he had never taken a shot at me personally. He obviously said he's gonna kick my ass. He's even said I don't like that he said this, but he's never been able to refute anything I said because I always talk about John very factually. He does this well. He does that well. He was suspended for this, but I never got into his drug test bullshit. I never even told anyone John failed every drug test the entire week leading up to our fight. Every single drug test. I never brought it up one time in any interview, in any media thing, nothing. The commission called me every day to let me know he was still failing his drug tests. I never said anything. I let it be because I was just focused on myself and always believe that if you just focus on yourself, you're going to be that much more successful."
All right, let's see what Khamzat thinks about this over here. Let's see if he's still running around over here. There's the streets of Sweden. Okay, thank you.
That is a pretty serious accusation.
Okay. What in the holy hell is going on? Now, I could have put this on the cover. I was thinking about doing this. We could have just went all picograms and everything like that. This is a conversation that needs to be had. John Jones failing all sorts of tests before Anthony Smith. Then that fight could have ended in a DQ, and Anthony Smith could have been the champion, but decided to take the higher road and continue fighting. And even with all that happening here, all the questions and all this stuff happening after this fight, all this time has passed. And now Anthony Smith comes out and says he failed all these tests.
Here's why I believe him. Anthony Smith has always been a pretty humble and genuine fighter in his career. He's never had a reason to lie or start a bunch of bullshit like most other fighters have. And John Jones does have a history with his drug abuse. So I find it very difficult not to believe something like as strong of an accusation as this. I don't think Anthony Smith would just pull it out of his ass and throw it at everybody. Like, I think this is something that probably did happen, and now he's just kind of at his wit's end because of how John Jones treated him after the, a year after the fight.
Why wait so long? What's the point?
Well,
if you're going to wind up
that's what
saying
they were
something.
talking about was John Jones. John Jones was nice to him after the fight and was calling him a gentleman and stuff, and then all of a sudden he took a complete turn and started shitting all over Anthony Smith over the last year. So now Anthony Smith's probably at his wit's end and is like, you know what, fuck you. If you're going to keep talking shit, let me tell everyone the truth.
I don't recall John Jones shitting on him after the fight.
No, that's what I said. After the fight, he called him a gentleman. I just read it.
Yeah.
After the fight, he called him a gentleman.
So
and
what's
then
the
a year
point?
later, John Jones took a turn and then started, like roasting Anthony Smith for the whole home invasion thing and everything else. And so Anthony Smith has probably had it with the comments and decided, all right, time to tell the truth.
Okay. I'm going to say something here, guys, and it might not be popular opinion, though. I'm not a big fan of Anthony Smith.
This is so stupid. This is getting so stupid.
I don't care. I don't care about Anthony Smith. I don't care. I find this peculiar. I don't. This is super fishy.
What reason would he have to lie?
I don't believe it.
Okay, you don't believe it because you like John Jones.
No, I don't even like John Jones. Like, I'm not even a
yes,
John.
You do.
No. Oh my God, I've told this story a gazillion times.
Likes John Jones.
Oh my God. Oh my God. My God.
Why do you get like
my
that?
God. If I believed in God, I'd be yelling. I am not a John Jones fan. In fact, I fucking had him on the show and I said to his face that I'm a big Daniel Cormier fan.
That doesn't mean anything.
I've been in the building for John Jones press conferences and the whole deal. I've been when he's fought Chael Sonnen, I booing him out of the building. Right? Now, John has grown on me as of late because honestly, the guy's very good. And yes, he was a cheater and blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about picograms. I don't care about USADA and this. I don't care about any of that stuff. I just want to watch guys fight. Whatever. Who cares? That's all I care about here. And the reason why I'm kind of turning to the John Jones side is because I want to see him back. I want to see him fight. That's all. I'm just a selfish fan that wants to watch John Jones fight. In this situation over here with Anthony Smith, he could be telling the truth, but why wait so long? Did John Jones have like fucking sex tapes? Or was he blackmailing Anthony Smith where he couldn't say anything? Like, what the hell is going on?
I just told you.
Doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
I need you to be a little Stephen A. Smith here. I need you to fire back.
No, I already told you why. I'm not going to tell you again just so that you can tell me I'm wrong.
Okay.
Like,
I'm not. I know, but okay. Anyway, get out of here. You're too nice. All right, chat room. I need your help over here. I need your help. What is going on here? Is Anthony Smith telling the truth? And if he is, why the hell did he wait so long? What's happening here? What the hell's going on? I mean, he has no reason to lie about something like that, right? But at the same time, why wait? It's weird.
You're a Jones mark, but he's a cheater. He should have fought Francis instead of Lewis, is Jeff T. Real Gamer says the GOAT man has converted the Mystic one. Tarek says, what's up with Moss today? I don't know. Gotta ask Moss.
Nothing's wrong with me. I'm trying to provoke conversation. I'm trying to let you guys up. And clearly it's working, so thank you.
Tell Jones to hurry up and fight at heavyweight, says Cheetos. CN says they should run it back, fair and square, clean fight.
Yeah, do that. That's actually a good idea. Okay, Anthony Smith. All right, Smith. Well, then again, he's training, he's bulking up for heavyweight and shit like that, so I don't know if Lionheart's going to chase him.
Mo says I missed it, sorry man. Christopher Smith says everyone knows he's a cheater. Andrew says Jones is getting ring rust. Brandon Morris says Jones is a cheater. I believe Smith. I agree. Joe B says, isn't dude in therapy? Everybody knows Jones is a cheat. Who in therapy?
The UFC needs to release a statement. Did they release anything on this? There was nothing?
No.
Let me check old Ariel or some shit. Or Brett. This is interesting here. Someone has to get a hold of Dana White immediately and ask Dana White, what is this about? When did that story break with Anthony Smith?
I think it was a day ago. I just X'd out of it, so I don't know.
Let me check. It was
the 23rd.
The 23rd.
Today.
It's today. So this got dropped today. Someone has to get to the bottom of this. You can't just make accusations like this. And if you're the UFC, just let it slide. There needs to be answers. We need to find out what in the holy hell. Let's see if John Jones said anything. He's probably silent. I mean, these are some serious accusations, right? Okay, here we go. Anthony Smith right now, if he faked the knee versus Jones. And here.
Wonderful.
Okay, thank you. Okay, where's his Twitter? Bony. All right, so the last tweet he put out there was June 12th.
Go to tweets and replies.
Yeah, I think he's pretty silent over here. He's got this only God knows. By the way, this tweet that's been pinned is kind of nauseating. Actually, no, this is not pinned. Okay, so this is his last tweet. Only God knows what this heavyweight journey is going to look like. The whole the God thing was kind of funny, man. When he was in like deep shit and all of a sudden he just found God. Like I wasn't buying into that too much, but regardless of the fact, whatever helps. Hey, John Jones likes Brandon Moreno. Look at that. Congratulations to Mexico, a pure champ. Mexican. That's a good story. I'll give him that. But yeah, John Jones says nothing. There's nothing from the UFC or anything like. Isn't this a bizarre story to drop and then there's nothing, no response from like. Or get Anthony Smith. We got to get Anthony Smith on and say, hey, bro, like, what the fuck? Like, how does this come out now? Why are you waiting so long to talk about this? Doesn't Anthony Smith have a podcast?
I don't know.
Yeah, he has some, what the hell podcast? I think it's on Sirius. He's got a podcast. I wonder if he dives into this. It's like, what the hell's going on here? How do you say something like this and we don't get a follow-up from the actual company? You know, John Jones is silent. Like, this is weird. And if John Jones didn't do it, wouldn't he jump immediately on Twitter and say, hey, bro, what the fuck, you liar? He didn't do that.
Well, I mean, I found this on MMAnews.com. It's not like any of the major outlets were writing about it. So maybe he just didn't hear about Anthony Smith saying it yet. It just came out, so.
This is weird. All right, what do you think in the chat? And then we'll move on. Is this a true or false claim? What do you think? True or false claim from Anthony Smith?
Hardeep says Anthony Smith and Laura Sanko. Tropic Tom says John Juicy Jones. J-Lock says at this point I just don't give a fook. Joe B says Smith has a podcast with that blonde Sanko.
That's right, Laura Sanko.
CN says Thug Rose is natural and new. Same here, says Andrew Ellis. Zabel says Jones is the second Gus fight had test levels of 59 NG over DL. That's around the test levels of an 80-year-old or clear PED user. Myself says everyone bombed John Jones's Twitter. Casey says true. Chris Richards says he is telling the truth. T-Bird says false. John Jones would never cheat.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Van Chipman says true. Y says you look like the guy Khamzat murdered. Please shave your mustache to look like Khamzat.
You want me to wait? I look like the guy he murdered, and then you want me to shave it to look like Khamzat. What?
Makes sense.
If I look like the other guy, oh, so you're saying if I get rid of this, should I just get one day? We should have a.
Please don't do that.
I should show up with a neck beard, right? What do you think? It needs a trim. Maybe I will show up next stream with a neck beard. What do you think? Should I be? Should I do that? What do you think, chat? Should I do a neck beard? If Khamzat wins a title, I'll have a neck beard, Jess.
Please don't do that.
If Khamzat beats Kamaru Usman
and
takes his belt, I'm gonna go full neck beard. I'm doing it.
That's disgusting.
That's disgusting?
I don't like the look of it.
You don't like the look? You think the look of a neck beard is disgusting?
Yes.
Yeah, one of your favorite fighters has a neck beard, and you think
I
he's
don't
handsome.
like the beard.
You don't like it, huh?
I don't like it.
It's dirty looking?
No, I just don't like it. I think it looks weird. I don't like it.
Is it a Muslim thing? You not like Muslims?
Why do you have to turn this into something else?
Well, it's their religion.
No, I don't like the appearance of the beard.
You clearly don't like Muslims. Like, just say it.
Can you stop? You're really annoying. Like, it's not even funny.
Why do you get mad at everything? Like, you know, it's such an outlandish fucking thing to say. And you're just like, you get all mad about it. I'm like, you know, I'm kidding. Of course you don't care about Muslims.
Okay.
What the hell, Jess? Fucking A. Take a joke.
Why are you putting me on blast?
Give me another. No, I'm just trying to toughen you up.
You're not toughening
So I'm
me
trying
up.
to toughen
You're
you up,
being
kid. And Ellie, show how to toughen up a little bit. All right, let's move on to the next story over here. Jesse hates Muslims. And what else we got?
You have to go to the news.
We going Colby or Nick Diaz?
Colby Covington.
Okay.
Colby Covington scoffs at Stephen Thompson's title aspirations, says the guy is a joke and he should probably just retire, according to MMA Fighting. While the welterweights title picture seems to be leading toward a rematch between Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington, the assumed number 1 contender doesn't believe Stephen Thompson should even be in the conversation. Following his unanimous decision over Jeff Neal in the main event of December's UFC Vegas 19 event, Thompson explained to MMA Fighting why he should have gotten a title shot before Masvidal got his second opportunity in as many fights as UFC 261 in April. He said, quote, "Fight somebody you haven't fought yet. You beat pretty much everybody except me in the top 5. That's it. Of course, you've got Michael Chiesa with his number 6. He hasn't fought Michael Chiesa either, but keep on going down the line. You beat everyone up here. Who's next? It's the guy. Or it's this guy."
All right, Colby Covington chiming in on Stephen Thompson. That's great. I don't think those two are ever going to really match up. I can't see those stars aligning, even though they're clearly by each other in the rankings. For some reason, I think Colby's gonna navigate around something like that, a Wonder Boy fight. Tough guy up top, but the guy is a joke. He should probably just retire. My God, Colby Covington with harsh words for Wonder Boy, making fun of him, calling himself a boy too. All right, what else we got? Speaking of boys, we have this young boy.
Sage Northcutt exploded in muscle mass since he left the UFC, and people are a little suspicious.
Yeah, he was yoked. I mean, he wasn't this big, but he was pretty fucking absurdly muscular for a young man in the UFC and passing USADA tests. But he's like his parents bred him to be this person, to like this savage-looking human being. I just feel that muscles don't translate into good fighting. You know, it looks great, but you're not going to be a spectacular fighter. Maybe he's just going to try to transition into bodybuilding or something.
If you click the link, there's his before and after pictures of what he looked like when he was in the UFC, and then what he looks like right after he left. Like now, this is what he looks like now. That's what he looked like when he left.
He was still jacked, but yeah, now he put on some more meat, and he's filling out some more. Yeah, he's gonna be a bodybuilder or some shit. I don't fucking know. Like, what the hell? Like, the guy his style of fighting is like that flexible, you know, karate style and shit. You just pack it on more muscle, you're slowing yourself down. You know? So maybe he'll just be an Instagram thought or some shit. I don't know. It's just a shame because this kid had so much potential when he was in the UFC. I was actually surprised when the UFC cut him, because I thought he really had a lot of talent, a lot of potential. I thought he could be marketable too as a nice guy, clean guy. Well, he doesn't look clean here, but you know, a straight edge dude. Isn't he? He's still banging that actress too.
I don't know.
Yeah, who's that actress that he's banging? I think he married her. That's his sister over here, like the same face. They're all shredded up. They're like thoroughbreds. Where is his? I wonder. Imagine they're not together. Oh, here. This is this girl. Sage is a pretty hot chick, though, I gotta say. Sage looks like a gay Dolph Lundgren, you know?
He looks like a Ken doll.
But, yeah, a lot of people have been saying that. But, yeah, this is his, real Amanda Lee? She was in something. What the hell was this girl in? Any idea what this broad was in?
I don't know.
No? You okay? You want to kiss? You want to hug or something? Like, what's going on? I feel like you're tired, or?
Why are you calling me out again? I just said I don't know.
Oh, no, you're not giving me anything to work with, man.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. I don't want you just to deliver the news. I want to have some conversation with you.
That's my job.
No, I don't want you to be a news anchor. I just want to talk. Jesse, I just want to talk to you, you know?
Okay.
Just want to have a conversation. Try to figure out who...
Yeah, but you shoot down everything I say when we have a conversation.
Well, oh, my God. You don't have to be so sensitive. Like, you don't have to bring us down here. Let's lift us back up. It's Wednesday night.
Okay.
It's hump day. You know, people are over the hump right now. And now home stretch. You got Thursday. You got Friday, Food Court Friday. You got PFL tomorrow. You got Friday with Bare Knuckle.
Are we doing PFL tomorrow?
Yeah. I'll probably do the main card because you got Kayla Harrison. Why not? Anyone know who this girl is? Real Amanda Lee? Or Lee? Is that her name? I don't know. She's some sort of actress. But good for Sage. He's got everything coming together. I don't know how his fighting career is going to go, but good-looking kid with a lot of muscles. Still at 1, right? He's still fighting with 1 championship?
As far as I know, he is, yes.
Oh, here we go. No, it's April. Maybe not. I don't know. His sister was in 1 last. I don't know. Nor do I care anymore. Like, when you got come from the UFC, I kind of don't give a shit. UFC is protecting Jones, they say in the chat. She's a voice actress. Is she really? Okay, I'm just going to go with that. I don't know. I know she was in some TV show or something. I don't know. All right, what else we got?
Jake Paul says that Anderson Silva showed that MMA strikers are also great boxers. According to MMA Junkie, it's rare to see Jake Paul give credit to MMA fighters, but he had nothing but praise for Anderson Silva. The former UFC middleweight champion had a successful return to boxing this past Saturday when he outpointed Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. to win a split decision on the main card of Tribute to the Kings in Mexico. Paul lauded Silva for his performance and said the Spider-approved MMA fighters can indeed box and make for legitimate competition in the ring. He said, Anderson's 46 years old, and I thought he did an incredible job. Paul told TMZ he was sticking and moving, bouncing around the ring, having fun, was throwing combos. He's long and lanky and had to come in there and beat Julio Cesar Chavez. Who's that? Or who's what, 50? When wins in the ring is a world champion. This just goes to show that MMA strikers are also great boxers, and I think a lot of people forget that. That is the first skill that MMA fighters learn if they're going to learn how to fight, is boxing. So I thought he looked amazing.
Oh, my God. Let's go to Jake Paul for combat sports input. Like, come on, man. You got to go to two knuckleheads like us, not Jake Paul. We know everything. Okay, great. So he's giving kudos. Is he trying to lobby for an Anderson Silva fight, you think?
No. Maybe. I think he was just kind of giving praise because he's like all into this boxing world now. But maybe you could be right. I guess it's not impossible.
I'm so off this whole Paul thing. I'm so like, all right, let that fight come with Woodley. Let's get that over with and let's move on.
Remember that video that you saw of Sean Strickland fighting Orlando Sanchez?
Yeah, we were like one of the first to post his puppy. Yeah, now it's everywhere.
And then it was like a huge deal. Well, after
it was Sean Strickland and Wario, right, from Mario Brothers.
Yeah. After that happened, Orlando Sanchez shared his side of the story. So if you're not aware, things got heated at the RVCA training center.
We got Chubbs.
Wonderful.
We got Chubbs with the interruption.
Fuck the Paul brothers. Why are people acting like they are good fighters because they are fucking boxing MMA fighters? Why do all MMA fighters have to box these fucking losers? Get in the octagon or shut the fuck up, pussy.
Hot take from Chubbs. I don't disagree, but oh my God, DVSV with the Khamzat donation.
I'm gonna beat everybody. I'm gonna finish 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 everybody.
I'm gonna smash everybody.
DVSV, baby.
Luke Rockhold strategically chose to challenge Khamzat during the month that he already laid out was a 170 month. Fight him in September and get smashed, you fool. Rockhold gonna be like, I called my cum shot and he didn't want any, so I won. All optics.
Wonderful.
Shout out to DVSV for the wonderful $9 donation. Chubbs dropping another deuce. Thank you to everyone that dropped a donation on tonight's Wednesday show. Very wonderful. This is season 5, episode 21. We're in the middle of the news right now. We discussed the Khamzat situation. If you got any more opinions on Khamzat, drop it in the chat, or a dono as well. Hit the like button. We're looking for 200 of these fucking likes. If you like little baby Ellie's face, look at little piece. Hi. She's just staring at me with her mouth open. Oh, you smiling? Hi. Look at that big smile. Oh my. Hey. Oh, she got a big smile on her face. She loves chaos. I don't like Brandon Moreno. Don't tell anybody. This kid fucking melts you. Okay, let's go back into this over here. This story.
All right. So basically, Orlando spoke out about the whole situation, and he said, I'd never met him before in my... Oh, that was Strickland. Sanchez said this. He said, I've never met him before in my life. I had no clue who he was, who he is, nothing. Everybody thinks it was like a training camp video where I was his training partner. This guy just kept talking shit. He just kept running his mouth. He said he'd do some wrestling rounds, so Coach Perillo was do a round with Orlando. He started talking stupid stuff about jiu-jitsu and goes, regardless of who you are or what you've done, I'm still going to beat you up. It didn't bother me, but I was like, is he talking to me? He's not my training partner. He was some guy saying he was going to beat my ass. It was nothing to hurt him. Those that know me know I wouldn't intentionally hurt a training partner. It's not a dirty move. If you're cranking it all the way up and not letting go, then okay. I knew how far I pushed it. It went about 2 inches to wake him up, and he had this reaction, but literally right after the video, he apologized. I don't hold anything, though. It's all good. It's all love. You can't expect to say, I'm going to beat you up and not expect anything. I got hundreds of messages saying Strickland is a bully and goes around beating people up in the gym.
All right. There is Sean Strickland and the bully, and coming in for a landing over here. There's Ellie, a little drunk. Hey, Ellie. Hey. Hey, Ellie.
She drooled all over my shirt.
Yeah, look at that face. Hey, kiddo. Ellie, what are you looking at? She's giving you a stink eye. Hi. Hi.
Here comes a smile. Keep saying hi.
Hello. Hi. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi. She's still in a coma. She's going back out. She's going back out, kids. All right, there's Ellie. Welcome, Ellie, to the stream. Welcome, Ellie. All right, I'm so sick of this video. Wow, what about this story? This is nuts, huh?
Yeah, so Luis Pena has been accused of punching his girlfriend and breaking her phone in a domestic dispute. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already heard this story before, but according to MMA Fighting, the robbery and battery charges pending against UFC lightweight Luis Pena stem from an alleged domestic violence incident on June 14th, where his girlfriend of 1 year told police he punched her and broke her iPhone 11. When police in Boca Raton, Florida, were called to the woman's residence on a domestic disturbance call, she said she had just engaged in a physical altercation with Pena after he accused her of looking at other men on Instagram, grabbed her phone, and destroyed it, according to the domestic probable cause affidavit in Palm Beach County, Florida, obtained by MMA Fighting. Pena, who's 27 years old, remains in Broward County, Florida main jail as he awaits a bond hearing on a trio of charges that triggered an arrest warrant in Palm Beach County. Because he was arrested in a different county than the alleged crime, his attorney, Daniel Martinez, told MMA Fighting his bond hearing has been delayed. Due to COVID-19 restrictions, it has been taking up to 30 days to transfer inmates between jails. Martinez said he's working to get Pena a hearing this week and denies the charges against his client. He said an accusation is not worth a piece of paper that it's printed on. Nobody was there. There's no evidence. It's just a person A's rendition versus person B's. Accusations are accusations. Evidence is evidence. Pena is charged with 3 crimes: robbery by sudden snatching, battery, and criminal mischief. The first 2 are felonies that potentially carry serious jail time. The UFC told ESPN, which first reported the domestic violence affidavit, that the promotion is monitoring Pena's case and said the fighter has been suffering from substance abuse issues. The week prior to his arrest, Pena said he planned to get help after struggling with mental health issues. The woman, whose name is redacted in the affidavit, told police she and Pena engaged in a physical confrontation on June 14th that left her with a laceration on the left side of her lip and scraped and bloodied bruises. The UFC fighter then allegedly took her house keys and a key fob, prompting her to walk to a nearby gas station to call the police. The woman later recovered the keys she believed were stolen. Pena wasn't at the woman's residence when police responded, and police weren't able to contact him at an extended stay America, where she said he was staying. Later that same day, an anonymous caller tipped off the Broward County Sheriff's Office that the UFC fighter was returning to the woman's residence to kill her, and added Pena was suicidal with a gun and a knife in his possession. That affidavit stated this. Investigators then contacted Pena by phone. He refused to talk to police, per the affidavit, and said he would go to Broward County Police Station with an attorney present. On June 15th, investigators did a follow-up interview with Pena's girlfriend, where she accused Pena of striking her on the top of the head during the confrontation, leaving a lump that she covered with a hooded sweatshirt and refused to show to the officers. The woman told officers that Pena had brandished a handgun and threatened to kill himself several weeks prior when they spoke via FaceTime. She was upset that police had not arrested Pena and ended the interview by walking back into her residence and slamming the door. The same day, investigators filed the probable cause affidavit and obtained a warrant to arrest Pena, who was picking up in nearby Coral Springs, Florida.
Can we call him domestic violence Bob Ross? Is that what we call him now?
And taken to the Broward County Jail after an anonymous tip was called in. A public information officer for Coral Springs Police told MMA Fighting. Robbery by sudden snatching is classified as a third-degree felony in Florida and is punishable by up to 5 years and a $5,000 in fines. Pena's attorney expects the case to be dropped after the fighter is bonded out and said it's his understanding the alleged victim does not want to press charges, though he declined further comment. He said, quote, "I don't think anybody wants to see Lewis go to jail. I think that people sometimes have disagreements, misunderstandings, and anybody can say anything about anyone. I can say you punched me in the face doesn't make it true, brother."
First of all, who would sleep with this guy, right? She should get beat up for sleeping with this guy, man.
Pena most recently fought at UFC Vegas 24, where he earned a split decision win over Alexander Munoz. The win followed a submission loss to Kama Worthy that was accompanied by a 4+ month suspension and a fine for a positive marijuana test.
It's crazy, man. This is nuts.
And that's the end of our news, Moss.
What a way to end the news. Domestic violent Bob Ross.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is he guilty?
I don't know. These stories are all very difficult, right? It's difficult to make an opinion.
Yeah, usually I don't
the
jump.
outside.
Usually I don't jump on the story, the female side of things until I get the whole story out. But in this situation, why would you try to bury violent Bob Ross? Like, it's not a money grab here. It's not like the dude was like living out of a car and shit like that.
Yeah.
This girl really had no motive.
Was he living out of a car?
Yeah, the dude was like homeless and shit. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I remember when he first got into the UFC, that's all he was talking about over and over again. He was living in his car, and it's not like he's a big superstar where someone's just trying to pull money out of the guy. Most people don't even know who Violent Bob Ross is.
Yeah.
So it's not a good look. It doesn't really look good in the story. It's kind of messed up. So why do you got to punch girls or throw them downstairs like too much? Yeah, you could just do it a little bit, right? What does that mean?
No, I think he's saying, like, why lay your hands on someone in the first place?
Never do that. You can't do that. Especially if you're an MMA fighter. It's just not a good look. Not a good look, man. So that's a bummer for if you're a Bob Ross fan. So it's a bummer because, honestly, I think his days are numbered. You're a guy that, like, Bob, like, what does the UFC do? They're like, all right, get out of here.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like he's a real fucking draw.
Listen, Mike Perry has had domestic violence charges against him, and the UFC kept him. So
that's because he's Mike Perry, though. He's platinum. People like Mike Perry. Violent Bob Ross. If he vanished from the roster, like, no one would care. No one would even know. Like, think about it. People would forget. Yeah. So this is not good. If you're a Bob Ross, Luz Pena. Let me call him by his real name. I hope he didn't do this, man. I really hope he didn't do this, but I have a feeling he did.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks. That sucks. I like him as a fighter. Yeah, I mean, the guy is, you know what? I got to be honest with you. He's annoying.
Do you like anybody?
I don't know if I like violence. The guy brings it when he wants to, and then kind of he lays eggs, and he kind of sucks, and he's sloppy in some situations, and then he does like this electrifying move that you're like, oh, that's kind of cool, and then goes back into his sloppy style again. So I don't know what I think about Violent Bob Ross, but regardless of the fact that I hope this didn't happen, I'm hoping these allegations are untrue, and this all blows over. But Jesus, this guy, what a mess. Anyway, we went through a lot tonight on our Wednesday show, and I appreciate everyone's company. Got a bunch of subscribers. Storm Kirkland coming in. Thank you, Storm. Jumping in. Storm coming in. Part of the MMA-Holes Mafia, baby. We got our new shirts in the store down below. You can check them out for yourself on the MMAHoles.com. Oh, fuck, they're not there yet, huh? You didn't put them up yet?
No, not yet.
Nope. Slacking. All right, but down below, underneath this video, you'll see a carousel of shirts, and we got all the new shirts over here. We got the MMA Greater Than Boxing shirt. That's here. It ruffled some feathers. Seems like we do that a lot. So if you like to piss boxing fans off, or sensitive people, the MMA Greater Than Boxing shirt has arrived, and it's down below. So go check that stuff out. A big shout out to our sponsors, too, over here.
Super
hold on.
chat.
Hey, Fiona.
Shout out to Goth King Cobra JFS.
Gothic King Cobra.
By the way, I hope everything's all right with But Y. I haven't seen him in our Discord or anything like that, so I hope everything's all right, my friend But Y over there. And yeah, let's just shout out our sponsors one more time.
Yes. Head Rush is provider of the highest quality authentic apparel for lifestyle, MMA, and action sports enthusiasts. Men and women's clothing ranging from hoodies, t-shirts, workout apparel, and more. Be part of the chosen few and save 20% using promo code MMA-Holes. That's promo code MMA-HOLES with the link in the description below.
All right. And you know what's up. We got stuff for you over here. We got the discounts for this community exclusively. We have Ballsy, baby.
Taking great care of yourself doesn't have to feel like a chore. Ballsy products are developed with unique active ingredients to keep you feeling and smelling better than ever before. Get 15% off using promo code MMA-Holes with the link in the description below. Also, something Ballsy wanted us to let you guys know. They have a new Ball Balm out. It would be great for you guys to go check it out. Ball Balm helps soothe and heal any below-the-belt issues such as chafing, irritation, dry skin, or razor bumps or burn. Ball Balm is packed with skin-safe natural ingredients to bring relief and comfort to you and your boys below by providing deep hydration to help soothe and repair chafed, dry, or irritated skin. It helps soothe chafing, fragrance-free, paraben-free, sulfate-free, and it's TSA travel approved. So go check it out. Promo code MMA-Holes, link in the description below.
All right. I also want to give a shout out. Someone in the chat asked if we had a Discord. We do have a Discord, and if you want to jump in on Discord, you got to become a patron. Shout out to our patrons.
Yes.
Seriously, you guys and gals that are patrons, much respect to the people there that are spending money to just keep us alive here. Thank you so much to our patrons. If you want to become a patron, there's a link in the description, different packages over there, and you jump everyone, any package, right into the Discord. So as low as what, $2 a month?
Yes,
I think?
sir.
Yeah, $2 a month. Boom, you're in the Discord, just like that. So if you want to become a patron, down below, and you can keep the conversation going outside of the stream. We also have Lux Bidet.
Yeah, say goodbye to toilet paper with affordable premium bidet attachments by Lux Bidet. Lux Bidet attachments gently cleanse your skin, leaving you feeling refreshed and confident. Save 10% at checkout using the link in the description below. Again, that's 10% off applied at checkout with the link in the description below.
All right, shout out to Lux Bidet and also MysticRootsCBD.com.
Get top quality organic CBD products, including extracts, hemp flower, cosmetics, edibles, and more. Get up to 20% off using promo code MMA-Holes. That's 20% off using promo code MMA-HOLES at MysticRootsCBD.com.
And also, the UFC link is pinned in the live chat if you want to watch any of the fights. Actually, shit, The Ultimate Fighter was last night. I didn't see it. I watched the week before. People were raving about it. It sucked. What happened last night?
I don't know. I don't watch it anymore.
I guess I'll watch it after this.
I gave up on it.
What happened? What happened in The Ultimate Fighter? Who won? Anything good? Do we miss anything? Well, if you want to watch The Ultimate Fighter, it's pinned in the live chat description or any of the UFC fights, right?
Right.
I think? Yeah. All right, Jess.
Yes? Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will be live again tomorrow for PFL's main card. Make sure you are there. And we'll be live again also on Friday night for Fuka Off Friday, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you for your continued support. Had a lot of fun with you guys tonight.
Your boob's coming out.
And nah, it's fine. And as always,
that's a lot of boobs you're showing, Jesse.
Well, the baby pulled it down.
Well, the next thing you know, the nip's gonna come out, and then OnlyFans happens.
How can the nip come out?
Look,
if I'm
the
wearing
baby's
a bra?
eyeing him. She's like, bring out the jugs.
The nip can't come out if I'm wearing a bra. As always, guys, don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-hole.
You MMA fans are salty as crap. Jake Paul is an athlete and accepted. Get rid of all that YouTube crap. He has been competing in sports his entire life. When he knocks out Woodley, don't make excuses. And this is from a Christian Haynes. Fondle the nuts.